And just like that, we're live. Yo, what's up, chat? How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? You know,
What's up, chat? We're gonna have a nice civil stream. All right. Everything's gonna be nice and above board, HR friendly, just like the
first
honored
person to say
ones.
something that makes me laugh out loud, I will potentially make you a mod. Get a gut buster. Go ahead. Yo, it's my good
So,
friend BR. Hi, Creams. Yippee. What's up, Mikey?
hi, Mikey. Civility, what is that? Classic honored ones chatter behavior right there, man. Truly excellent stuff. W, we just started, by the way. To anybody living on the East Coast, we were promised 25 inches. Looks like 2 to me max. Low key, open up the schools. Um, have them work for it. Um, I got a comment yesterday, like a comment. Somebody made a comment towards me yesterday, and I've been sitting with it kind of strange. I like to present it to the class as sort of our cold open for the evening. I want to share it with you, BR, because I want your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Creams, you should run for office. I think it would be funny. I heard only the first part and
Mm-hmm.
only internalized the first part, and
Mm-hmm.
I really thought about it. I was like, man, I could do it. Like I really could be I could be trusted with a lot of like power, government wise, like bureaucracy wise. Like, dude, I don't say this with any kind of exaggeration or embellishment. I think I can be trusted with the nuclear codes, like dead ass. Like I can I think I can take Oppenheimer's burden.
You don't think that? You don't
I
think
do.
you can't handle any sense of responsibility beyond yourself, and I would argue you can't handle that either. Let's
Based on what?
dude, if I could mod you right now, extra mod, bro, double mod. What are you talking about? Based on what, bro? Based on your existence, everything I know about you leads me to believe that you would be incapable of holding any position of power. This is the podcast, by the way, in which I've said explicitly multiple times, if you got superpowers and I got superpowers, you have to pray to whatever deity that mine aren't stronger, because I will immediately kill you. If it, like, for the sake of humanity, you have to go. You do
I'd never do
not.
that to you.
And that's fine, right? You
Dick.
you do not deserve any ability greater than like that of an average individual. And even that, once again, could be argued that you do not deserve.
Regular guy,
We
regular guy.
and that's
I'm not even like,
that's why
you know
we
what's
can let
crazy?
you
I'm
that's why
not
we can
even
let
like
you
an
run.
edge lord, like streamer kind of guy. I'm not saying, oh,
Mm,
dude, I love to do war crimes. Like, I'm not like shut up. I'm not this like fucking lol cap. Okay, I'm
eh.
not different. I'm like a Los guy. Okay, like it's different. Like you don't think, oh, Los has a dark side. Like that's what's frying you, right? Like if Los gets powers, you're like, oh, dude, we got a new circus act in
I
town.
don't know Los
I like,
personally, so I'm sure
God,
I'm
dude, this
sure if
shit again.
I'm sure if I did, I'd have a stronger opinion. But you, guy who's watched, by the way, not streams, clips of streams, thinks, oh, obviously me and Los same guy. He doesn't know you. You don't know him.
I didn't call him Lewis. Like I still call him by his online name. Like I'm just saying, I feel like there's a bit of mischaracterization that's going around here, unironically, and I don't appreciate it. Like here's the thing that fucks with me, right? You take a look at somebody, you know that guy on TikTok that like parodies people who do like the cringe, like I could be your favorite comfort streamer. Like, dude,
No, I
dead
don't.
ass.
I don't. And
Come on,
nobody that is in
dude.
office should.
Oh my fucking god, dude. You don't think
Is it just me or does Cream sound especially high pitched today? Did the voice changer break? Yo, Draco, I gotta get you a mod, bro. I gotta get you a mod. Um,
dude,
Cream.
I don't know if that Draco could like if we're talking about power corrupting, I don't know that Draco can handle being a mod.
No, Draco's already corrupted. It doesn't matter. It's like evil on evil, right? Who cares? It's fine. If Creams becomes president, I'm pulling a Johnny and murking him. Damn, he's getting your ass out of here, bro. If Creams was president, I'd up poll instantly. By the way, that means That means you're worse than the guy that's current, because he's not willing to uphold now. He's like, no, no, no. It gets to a point.
This isn't enough for
Bro,
you.
he's
Bro,
saying,
step in.
I know he's saying it goes that guy, this guy, you. That's what he's saying.
Dude. Oh shit, Shadowstar. Nice. You're on a 5-stream watch streak. I didn't even know that was a thing. Twitch tracked. Twitch tracked? Twitch tracked. Holy shit. Okay. I didn't even know there was a thing. Twitch tracked.
Fucking idiot.
I got it. It's cool.
Yeah. By the way, the first time you burp, your poll number is going down exponentially. I can smell it from here. Yuck.
Dude, okay, it just, like, I thought about it, and, like, literally my only weakness as a political candidate, I'm ignoring everything you said about me, by the way. The only thing that would be, like, my biggest weakness as a political candidate is I'd have a hard time at the debates, because I'd either cave really fast or just blow by everything to, like, get past it. Like, oh, what do you think of the taxation? I don't know. What do you guys think?
What do you think of the taxation? Dude, are you stupid? Just the taxation. Just...
Oh, me again, right? There's other people up on the stage that you can also ask.
By the way, bro, can I be honest with you? And don't take this the wrong way. I think I would have a harder time thinking of an upside for you as any political candidate. Like,
I believe in doing the most amount of good for my fellow man, dude. Like, unironically.
Well, your belief of good is potentially warped and ass, right? But in any case, right, you don't have the look. Again. You're not very well spoken, which is ironic considering what we do on here, right? You're not very thoughtful.
You're just insulting me.
I don't really know if you're that intelligent. Once again, your moral character
just insults.
Like, I mean, holy shit, dude.
Oh,
you go for anything, bro.
These aren't even that funny.
You're also lazy.
Fucking God, dude.
Okay, how about this? I'm gonna go back through those again, right? And you tell me which one you disagree with. Guy who can't read chat. Well spoken. You're
for the most part.
How about this? Go 30 minutes without fucking up one of these chats.
Bet.
Okay, bet.
Next.
Okay, keep reading. If you fuck it up, let me not say that. Don't fuck it up. There's going to be a punishment waiting for you.
Only bright side I see is that Creams would actually release the Epstein files. He gets me. That's a voter right there.
You telling me stuff like that, bro?
Ew! Don't do that, man. There are real victims here. Like, don't.
By the way, guy who was like, I don't really mind. That was you.
No, didn't say that.
Yes, it doesn't bother me. That was you, bro.
Put on the jumbotron the Deco using Black Whip on Miles tweet. Was that a tweet or is that a clip? I don't even remember.
No, it was a tweet. Let's see.
Cream's complaining about insults like he's got traits to compliment. And good evening to you too, Draco.
Damn, Draco's on a roll, bro. We gotta mod him. I don't know. The I'm racist clip is gonna run you out of office. Yeah, dude. Okay, dude. What principles? Like, what would you be running on?
Creams, after all the tweets that Los Pollos made recently, I don't think you should say you're like him. It's just like you're right.
Let me see.
Let me see if I can do this. It's probably the ice stuff.
Hello, monkeys.
Tim and Chibi, huh? That's two now.
I think MZ said that you saying hello monkeys clip as well. Thank you, MZ. Appreciate you.
Why do you have this on hand? And so fast. Where are you storing this?
Creams will see the list and go, wait, I like some of these people. We gotta make some changes. I could honestly see you being like, no, bro, not this celebrity. They were in a sitcom I liked, and it was good.
God, that's not me. Also, Super Saiyan Blue, please stop referencing this doc, and if you have it, please delete it. It's time. I think we fix our relationship. I said sorry. Chat. That is to say.
Also, dude,
I don't appreciate
so bribable.
How much? Like dead ass.
All it takes is 11 cents for you to do anything.
No, okay, that was a low point. That was a post hoc justification for some shit that I did by accident already. There's a difference. I could take a retroactive bribe to make it look a little cooler, but that was just like a genuine fuck up.
Just say oink 10 times, bro. They almost got you to say oink for every cent. Are you fucking mad? What position would you run for, bro?
Can't run for president. Constitutionally. I could do governor. could reasonably do governor, like unironically. Fuck no, I can't do governor of New York. They might make me live in Albany. I could do mayor.
Dude, I'll be real with you, right?
What's up?
You can't handle any pressure. You can't handle any pushback. You're not good at that.
Okay, tough guy. There's a snowstorm going on the East Coast right now, right?
Mhm.
Big Z, right? He was like, "Oh, roads are closed after 9 p.m. All these sanitation trucks are gonna get out here to help with the snow plowing and salt spreading."
Mhm.
I was like, "Wow, that's exactly what I would do." Right? No notes, right? That's a me and him, dude, and he's a mayor, so. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Just got an emergency alert. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's what Big Zoran did, bro. You didn't do shit.
Yeah,
You're
and
just-
I
you're
was
just-
thinking,
you're
I
just-
was just,
you're just
it's what I
sitting
would
there.
have done.
You're just
It's what I
sitting
would have
there.
done because I'm not in office right now. But if I was, best believe I would. You would get the same thing.
You don't have the necessary charisma, bro. Let's say you had all of the prerequisite skills. You can't rally a force body, bro. Think about this. There's two of us right now,
Okay.
and yet they bully you. You can't even out charisma me, bro. I make power scaling videos on YouTube. We're going.
Yeah.
You're going.
And they
charisma.
eat that shit up.
I know.
Dude,
I know.
this-
No. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. Right. Societally speaking, like the larger bracket, bro. I'll say we're not socialites. You're getting low diffed. How is it happening?
I don't know, man. I think I could go a lot further than you guys think I could.
No,
Yes.
absolutely not. I don't think you. And I say this with love. I say this because I'm your friend, right? I don't think you have any of the necessary skills, or one of which being like focus and drive.
Both of those things in spades, by the way. Whoa.
You have focus and drive in spades, bro. You have focus. Hold on. Say that to yourself. You say eye creams have focus and drive in spades, and don't laugh, bro. Say that and mean that shit, man. You have focus. Hold on. Not comedic timing, not like a sense of wit,
This is amazing.
not like a
beyond me,
good
wow.
spirit, right? Focus and drive in spades, not like a normal amount, not like, dude, I'm regular like I have exceptional amounts of focus and drive.
Eye creams have exceptional amounts of focus and drive in spades.
Okay. So what happens when you fuck up a character's name, don't remember that, or you get lost and distracted by scrolling on Twitter when I'm talking, or start crying when you're playing Sekiro? What is that?
It doesn't activate. It doesn't activate.
By the way, normal people can accomplish all those things I just said. Normal people can go through
I
conversations.
move differently. Like I'm not like the rest of you.
You're not normal. I agree. Yes. Finish that sentence. You're not normal. You're not like the rest of us. You don't deserve to be out here. You shouldn't mingle with all of us. Yes.
Because I'm better than you was where I was going with that.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
sure.
man.
Who else said
Things
that?
like Sekiro.
Homelander?
He can fly, by the way.
Yeah.
Just like you guys can't.
By the way, still drinking titty milk. Like he can't get over that. He can't handle it.
We all have vices. I don't know. Why am I getting the third degree right now?
Defending Homelander. Just letting you know.
Okay, that's not. Okay, you're taking it out of context.
Automatically took the position to dick ride. That's crazy. You're the only other person I can think of who did that was a Nazi. Just canonically in the story.
First of all, my bad. Right, I didn't mean that. Second of all, why are you grilling? By the way, if I was to be elected, no reporter would grill me like this.
Yeah,
softball interviews because I'm a popular candidate.
You don't understand, right? You're so grillable, dude. If you were mayor, I don't need to be a reporter. I would walk up and press you. There's no consequences. You're not going to do anything about it. You're just gonna let that shit, dude. If Hollow One says "fuck you, Creams, suck my dick," you're gonna watch and be like, "Oh man, why'd you say that?"
Yeah, you don't want a mayor with like unchecked power. Like you don't want him to be a despot.
I'm just saying you're oppressible.
I believe in free speech. First Amendment, by the way.
That's great. That's
Who
great.
else believes in that
They're going
nowadays?
to use their free speech to cook your shit all day long when you don't.
And they'll cook my shit when I'm in office. Like that's what's like. I'll get there.
No, you wouldn't.
I'll run.
Maybe walk. Don't hurt
It'll be
yourself,
a
bro.
spurt, bro. I won't fall a third time.
The law. I wouldn't say that with like, dude. You said that with some like, you said that with some like full chest conviction.
You know what? That might be okay.
No,
let me cross that out.
Man, put your mayoral dick on the table, bro. You won't fall a third time. Hell yeah.
Okay, you know, that's cool. Knock wood. That's my bad, right? That's my first promise broken as a mayoral candidate. It won't happen again.
Second promise about to be broken. Hell yeah. Holy shit! I can already imagine James' crash out when Fox News crashes him. Holy shit!
Why is wait? Knock wood. I can take it. Because I'm not
meat less grillable than you. No, dude,
because like nobody watching Fox News is gonna vote for me, right? So like, why even?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Your subordinates won't listen to what you have to say, and you won't do anything to keep them in line.
Mikey, what's your fucking problem, man?
Why is Fox News against me? Is what he was about to say.
Chat's releasing the creams. There's no creams. There's no files.
Ew.
Okay.
I wouldn't even ask him that if I was gay. That's what all one said in response to the suck my dick thing. He's repulsed at that even being a potential insult. My bad, Hollow One. I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that, bro. Ew. All caps is gnarly though, bro. Creams is so right. Manga. He's so special. He wears a helmet. Chat, you know he changed his attire because he was worried about y'all bullying him?
Nope. Just a dirty sweater. Don't make lies.
Nah.
Sure. I think you could run for office, dude. Like, I would support you. I don't know why you're such a dick about this.
Okay, man. Like, why does you thinking I'm capable of something mean that as your friend I have to think you're capable of it?
It's a common courtesy,
why is
dude.
That I'm not trying to be courteous to you. You asked me a serious question. Like, dude, it's a common courtesy. You want me to just lie to your face? No, bro. Wow. If I was interested in doing that, I would just say a lot of things, bro. Dude, your opinions on manga are so cool, right? Oh my god, man, you seem like such a great gamer or whatever the fuck. Yes, dude, Persona 5. Yes, Creams, I have played Persona 5 Royale, right? like there's, you know what I mean? There's so many fucking things I could just say. I'm just saying, bro, you can be more, like, bro.
I just don't know why you have to be so mean about it.
Dude, like, listen, if I'm like, bro, I believe you could play at an 800 ELO level in chess, right? That's something I believe about you. If you said that about me, I'd be like, fuck you, you're a liar, right? Because one of us is just capable of something the other isn't, and that's okay. We're not the same fucking person. If you think I'd be capable of running for office, I'd say you're probably smoking dick. Mine, I don't know why, but whatever.
Holy
sure,
fuck.
Right?
Can't even get a compliment off.
But if you were, I'd be like, cool, whatever. Being like, bro, so say that about me? Hell no. I don't think that's true. I don't think you would do well, and I don't think even if you got elected somehow by some by some turning water into wine-esque miracle, would you like thrive in that environment?
I don't know, man. This feels very unfair to me. This feels very uncharitable.
They get to you. These people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're dicks.
Yeah.
Like the average me voter is a lot nicer.
But
yeah, then fucking Honor One. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? I could easily get elected off of like your average normie alone, dude. I make myself even tangentially relatable. I say some shit like these taxes, huh? I'd be all up in that whatever shaped office.
No, you don't understand, man. You don't understand. You know how you say you look like this? They're gonna, you know what I mean? Like, you're relatable by saying these taxes. Every politician says these taxes. Every single one of them.
But I'll be the first one to like actually do something. Like, not as a bit.
Big Z's already on it, bro. At best, you'll be second. We already got that, bro. They're good.
Second, okay. Gojo was second to Sukuna.
Hey,
he's still Gojo.
Who's the second person on the moon? Maybe you know this, actually.
Buzz Aldrin.
Type shit. And is he Big Neil? No. Hey, who's the second fastest man ever? Not Usain Bolt. Nigga, nobody gives a fuck about you being second to do some shit, bro. Fuck you. Let Z handle it, man. You just sit down, bro. You stay inside where it's nice and warm.
Chat. So today I found out my friend doesn't believe in me. That's cool. How was your guys' day?
Dude, I believe in you to do a lot of things.
Including running for office.
No. I mean, you could run, technically, but you wouldn't win. You wouldn't get close. Creams, you seem like someone who easily crumbles under the smallest amount of stress and you want to govern New York. Yeah. Creams is right. My racist dad will vote for you. Can Creams run, period?
Okay. All right. That's okay. All right. No, that's cool. No, that's
Jojo
cool. No, obviously.
Second, he's 6th to Debura.
Okay. So let's. I'm gonna be thinking about some of these. Kagurabachi? Want to start off with the one-shot chapter?
Hell
the 0.5 chapter?
Give me 1 second, though. Guys, show on Creams, he thinks politics is still like the Reagan era. It's when he grew up. All right, yeah, no, let's talk about Sakamoto Days, bro.
Oh, yeah. You know, I think I had like, okay, don't appreciate the little giggle, but whatever. 13 pages. Why? You know? Suzuki, you shouldn't have. Big 1-3, huh?
Yeah,
that's as many people as were there in the last supper.
Bro, next chapter is gonna be 250, bro. That's a big number. That means something important is gonna happen. That's a big number, bro. No,
I don't get it, man. Did people not celebrate anniversaries? Like, where is the slander coming from?
That's a big number. That's a big number, bro. No, bro. That's a big number, bro. It has a 0 in it, bro. Dude, that means something. That means they're gonna warp and contort the story to make sure that some cool shit happens. Then, obviously, because that's a big number. Duh.
Okay.
That's how writing works. Just for the record.
Leave me alone, man. I just okay, fuck. We got to see the three-way between Shishiba, Osaragi,
Gozu.
He has a name?
Yes. You discover this every week.
What's his name? Ozu?
Gozu.
And Ozu.
You're fictional, bro. That's what I'm realizing. You're not.
It's cool. It's cool. Drive and focus. Speaking of drive, that car hammer thing was kind of cool. Because of the hammer. Osaragi's lightning proof, electricity proof, shock proof. That's the word. I found it. I like her outfit. Pretty solid stuff. Solid 4.
You know, man, I gotta give you some comedic timing credit. You like her outfit, the one she's been wearing since the beginning of the series, bro. The same one. The 249 chapters, and you're like, dude, I think I fuck with it. Yeah. Right,
I just needed to see it from like one more angle. Like, I was on the fence before.
Okay. Yeah. No. 100%. Yeah.
Kind of a coin flip.
God, dude. Like, I feel so bad for Shishiba and Osaragi. Because wow, this is such a bad fight. Fake misremember gimmick. Yeah, I noticed that too when I said like Gozu. He was like Ozu, like the hard of hearing gimmick, bro. We're just not really super interested in it, but we'll let you slide.
Hard of hearing gimmick, bro.
Yeah.
Not everything's a gimmick, man. Sometimes your drive and focus like shutters.
No, man.
Fluctuates really.
Let's see. Yeah, that's why I gotta kill you while I'm still alive. Yeah, no, Drake, I do remember that. I remember reading that being like, dude, what was the point? What was the point in you saying it like that? Yeah, man, fuck. Take away his ability to use speech bubbles. Oh shit. Yeah, just a silent manga. It still wouldn't hit because it's not the artist.
Super Saiyan Blue. It's so nice that you call them mid. So I'm glad you like these.
Oh man. I take it all back. I gotta kill you two now. Was he ever even saying that like he's gonna let him live? Like I don't even think that was. I don't even think that was his like prior stance. Like, dude, I'm gonna spare you guys. I feel like all he's been saying is like y'all gotta die, and now he's like, no, you're right. You gotta die. What?
Also, dude, has he been trying or not? It seems like every time we cut back here, he's always like about to lock in for real this time, and then he gets his shit rocked, and then we just kind of rinse repeat.
No. But now he's for real locked in. Now he's embodying lightning, and these guys are humans. They can't move faster than lightning. And with zero buildup, Osaragi then just blitzes. Hey, you can't move faster than lightning. Kick to the face, dude. That's so embarrassing. Like it would almost be funny if like honestly, it has all of the structure to be funny, but I'm just like not moved by it, honestly. But
Dude,
yeah, no.
the last line doesn't even make sense whatsoever. We're not trying to exceed it. We're just gonna kill you, woman who exceeded the speed of
It's
lightning.
like,
By the
hey,
way,
lady, you have to exceed it though. Um,
and you did success. Like you did it.
didn't suck a
You got
motherfucking.
him,
I mean, when the motherfuckers are like grabbing bullets, it's funny to be like, you're just human. It's like, okay,
dude. We can. Anybody can do this
yeah,
with enough
um,
training.
yeah. Actual 1 out of 10 chapter. This shit was like genuine ass. I
No,
can amp my
dude.
body up by overclocking with electricity. What a just say you like tried harder, bro. Because I overclocked my body with electricity, and obviously his next line of dialogue, the obvious implication is I'm moving at the speed of lightning. I'm moving at the speed of electricity. Okay, how? I overclocked my body with it. What the fuck are you talking about, man? You can't just say something you saw in Hunter x Hunter minus all of the explanation and be like, that obviously tracks. And I'm gonna use some limitation of reality, you're still human, to like try to. Are you dumb? Whatever, it's fine. This fight being ass hurts my soul. Yeah, it's tough. It's super duper
Man,
tough.
this is so fucking funny. Cause
I
like
I don't know if I've
this
ever seen a
chapter,
sorry or lightning user.
dude. What's first of all, it's not like Osaragi even did anything special. She just sort of like got faster. Like there's no I put the weights down. There's no like secret ability like where she overclocked. She just sort of like got to that speed. Like she just moved faster. Um, which okay, cool. I wish I gave a shit. like wow, man, love that for
What
you.
also fries me is like and this is fine because it's just like creative choreography, whatever. I'll let it slide. But what fries me is like in the same chapter we are seeing someone like move at the speed of lightning, right? We
Hmm.
then see Shishiba use the momentum of a car to like low Kirkenuanly overpower the fuck out of Gozu. And it's like, Suzuki, can you have some class? Can we What are we doing?
Oh fuck, man. Dude, why the truncated like page number two? Like, did this have to get like was this so pressing? I feel like this could have waited. Like
Ah,
I don't know, man.
yeah, I just don't think I don't think the authors tend to feel okay to like press things off. So if it's an incompleted chapter um or no, a lot of times they'll default to that. It's just, man, this is really like soul suckingly boring. Um
Yeah. Yeah, solid three.
yeah, the anchoring effect. Yeah, dude, you still be bobbing on it, bro. Cause you said 4 at first, I said 1 out of 10, and you brought your score down, bro. It's
Can I
actually
ask you
gross,
something?
man. That's actually
Real
gross.
talk. What would it take for you to not check me on that? Like
Honestly,
genuine name your price.
honestly, bro, character. Just don't
What the fuck
don't.
does that mean?
It means don't be the type of person that needs to be checked on that every time. Have an opinion.
No, come on. Like a
Okay, well,
bribable number.
well okay, you got 20-ish thousand dollars.
There's no way you care $20,000 worth about this. You can't. I'm telling you, you can't care for $20,000 about this.
Okay, fine, 10. $9,000.
Bezos is like, hey man, I got $9,000 and not a cent more, but you gotta let Cream slide on this one. Sorry, Mr. B.
Hey, listen,
This means too much
I'll
to
put
me.
like this. I'll put like this, right? Bezos, if you show me the briefcase of $9,000 in cash, I will entertain this conversation. If you don't have it on you like that, don't hit my line. And you, presumably, don't have 9Gs on you, so I'm not gonna bother negotiating.
Hey BR,
need
let it slide for a 20.
5 digits. A 20, bro? Dude, hell no. I wouldn't let it slide if you were like, dude, I'll give you $500. Nah. Go in. BR said have an opinion. Cream said no. LMAO, you can't make this shit up.
It's not. It's just out of context. Anyway, petition to replace Sakamoto Days with Ichi the Witch, the better manga.
He's not reading that
I've
shit.
never read a chapter. Is it good?
You know what, chat? Just clip that and send that to me. I've never read a chapter. No truer words have ever been spoken. And you you said it with such an air of like, dude, you actually don't have shit going through your head. I've never read a chapter. Let's see.
So is it good?
I don't know. I haven't read it.
Don't you read everything?
Don't I read everything? Are you? Whatever.
So wait, what's all this manga that you're reading all the time then?
What's all this manga that I'm reading all the time?
Oh, you read Embers. Like Ichi the Witch didn't make the cut?
Dude, I read Embers when it initially came out for for the same reason I read the first chapter of Ichi the Witch. I just haven't read anything more. I don't have an opinion on one chapter that I read like a year ago.
Didn't hook you? I guess we could just add it to the book club.
I just put it down, bro. It's not like Ichi the Witch's ass. That's not that's not the issue. It's just I don't know. I wasn't yearning to read it so badly that I needed to read it weekly. I was like, okay, it seems like it'll be interesting. It looks fun.
Switch up.
If it's
Don't
still
switch
there,
up now, Creams.
I'll make sure to read it like and binge it. Yeah.
Super Saiyan Blue. What disgusting tricks was I doing last stream? What are you talking about?
Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah, Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah, I got you. Slide me a crisp 10, and I got you. I'll read a message. Talk to me.
Yo, Creams, you're funny as fuck. Thanks, Mozane. I appreciate it, I guess. Creams, have you read Tokyo Ghoul?
Creams, have you read Blue Lock? No. Creams, have you read JJK? No. Creams, have you read Naruto? No. Yeah, I think I
Hey, Super Saiyan Blue, you could just donate here. That's not cool.
No, that's okay. Let's see the PayPal. You got Twitter, bro? I can hit you with the PayPal real quick. Has Creams even read One Piece? Nope. Not Dragon Ball.
Yes, I have. My God. Can you even read? Yes, I can. I just read your chat. Checkmate. Creams rather pay thousands of dollars over having an opinion.
By the way, the headphones are in, so we read it for him, and then he just repeats what he heard. That's why sometimes he stumbles.
Demon, you didn't even say anything before this. There was no build-up. You just dropped that in. How long have you been fucking listening?
I appreciate that.
What the fuck? I've never read a chapter. Creams doesn't Kai? Is he good?
Creams doesn't Kai. Also, Demon did talk in here before that.
She didn't.
She did. Every time you'll bring up Naruto, I know Creams pulls up his messages with Mikey for talking points. In any case,
you read the Persona 5 manga? Some of it.
You're disgusting.
Can't win anything with you people.
Yes. I've played Persona 5 Royale. Ooh. Dane, that sounds rough. The dude benching next to me at the gym today suffered a complete pec tear while I was watching him. One of the nastiest things I've ever heard and seen. Sounded like a whip being cracked through my headphones. Hey.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yo.
Hope he's okay. Was the ambulance called?
He went into shock and passed out, and they had to call an ambulance.
Dude, that's terrifying.
Fuck. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, holy.
Oh God, sorry, I don't. Oh God, sorry, I don't have shit to say about Sakamoto Days.
Also, by the way, you can't run for president anymore. We already got you. I told you if you fucked up in the next 30 minutes, you were cooked. Also, not. Oh God, what are you reading, bro? Read it again. Take it from the top, man. Also God. Not oh my fucking do it again, man.
Also, I don't have to listen to you. Oh my god.
You fucking evolved, Chad, I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
gonna choose to read this again. Also, God, sorry, I don't have shit to say about Sakamoto days.
Dude, I was proud of you for actually defecting from your orders, and then you decided to listen to the orders. Are you a
I'm
fucking
not,
bot?
I chose to after clocking you,
You
okay?
chose to, bro. Listen, sure, you just slapped me in the face and told me to lick the floor. And listen, I'm not saying I'm doing it because you told me to. I'm just like rubbing my face from how much it stings, and I'm gonna lick the floor because like my own choice. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Bro, you could have just
Ew.
read it again in your head, by the way. Like it's not like if you didn't read it out loud again, you couldn't have digested the
But also, like, how would I
information.
have known that I got like the credit from you? You didn't vocalize it. Like, how would I have known that I
I
already got the W?
by the way, I yuck. Why are you grown man to grown man, right? What do you need my approval for in this
It just you
instance?
said you said I had it. So like,
I
how would I
told
have
and
known
because
that I
I said
had it
that. It
already?
was like, hey, he got it. He evolved. That's what I said.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't have spoken so fast. Look, you know, it's cool. Like, I know that now. You know, wheel spun. I know what to
The
do for
wheel
next time.
didn't
It's cool.
spin for shit. I don't have to listen to you. Foundation breaking revelation. And yet, Creams is Foid maxing? What the fuck
That's
does
just
that mean?
misogynistic. It means it's shortened for femoid, which is just like what incels call women, or so I've heard. It's just like, I don't know, man.
Dude, I almost got a nosebleed. What the Actually, don't tell me. I just got the Ickman, ew fucking loser. Dr.
Oh.
Incel over here.
Oh my god, dude! I don't know. I just watch video essays, man. I don't know what you want me to. I don't know what you want me to say,
Nah,
man.
this nigga's on 4chan. You
You
consider
consider Creams a grown man.
what do you consider
I am.
someone that's 45 years old that identifies as a man? Cream vicular.
Ew.
You said that
Okay.
with extreme encyclopedic clarity.
Dude, anytime I have a coherent thought, you people just hop on my shit.
But why is it
It's
always why
fucking.
is the coherent thought like always about like misogynistic or
It's
racist or
not. That's just
homophobic or
selection bias
retro
on your
shit?
part. You only
You
ever notice
you
when
haven't you
the
haven't
topics
said you haven't
happen
said
to be
anything else
tangential.
intelligent today. You haven't said anything else not I'm not even gonna call like knowing what a foid is intelligent. I'm just going to say that's the only thing you've known today. That's the only thing you've known. That's it. Everything
Why
else
aren't we on why aren't we on 400 million B's ass for saying it? Like,
Caution
why
Glazer.
is this my fault?
Caution Glazer.
Different user. I like to adapt. Whatever. Why are we not hopping on a Cosmo Glazer for fucking.
So are you done defending yourself, or you're just saying we should get mad at her too? Is that it? Like you're a
I'm
chud, and
just
you're
like, if
saying she
there's
should be a chud too. Like because don't even
like a
because it's not
Chade.
a defense. It's not a defense, right? Like even if I'm like Cosmo Glazer is lame for that too, which I'm not saying yet, but I'm saying even if that was the case, you would still be lame.
Like, but like 20% less at least. Like,
No,
there'd
not
be
at all.
blame to
Not at all.
split.
It doesn't split. The blame doubles, so I can give it to both of you if that were necessary.
Creams, I'm a woman. I can say it. Okay. Why? Okay. I don't know that sure. Like, is that just like is that like a binding vow? Like, okay, my bad for like having knowledge, man. I don't know what to tell you people.
Creams use the hammers for the patch of hair on your chin. Hashtag looks maxing.
Creams, if you can't defend yourself here, how do you expect to defend yourself in politics? It was taken out of context. My bad.
My bad
Have
is
you
admitting fault.
what
You just
yeah,
lost.
why am I
You just
yeah,
lost
I
the
know.
race.
I just no, let me
No,
try well, no,
it's
I'll
live.
try
By the
again.
way, you lost. You're done. Also, Crims, you've literally admitted you were a chud. Let me see this clip.
Such a fat fucking chud.
I'm just quoting something.
Such a fat fucking chud.
And you have this
6'7",
haircut,
such
bro.
a fat fucking chud.
It doesn't help. That's what I would say if I like meant that shit. Obviously, I was just joking. That haircut looked on you. Oh, did he freeze chat? Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so am I wearing a Rick and Morty shirt?
Why?
Yes.
Why are you just? Why are you just?
Because I was getting, it's like a workout shirt, man. I was
But the
fucking,
thing is,
I
they
was like,
couldn't.
I was on the treadmill.
No, you idiot.
What they
I'm
gotta do?
not quite.
Fight
Not,
it?
no, shut up, shut up. I already knew you were wearing a Rick and Morty shirt, right? But much like your other clothing decision the other day, I assumed you were keeping that on the hush hush out of embarrassment, right? Why? They can't see it. They can't see it. Maybe. Why are you admitting that? By the way, we're calling you a chud,
Honesty
Reddit
works.
maxing, and also on 4chan.
No, hold on. Let me think. Honesty is good for voters. This guy.
Nigga, this
Pretend I
is
had like
AI
a little
behavior.
button.
Lock in. You look like JD Vance's nephew, Creams.
No, I don't.
Taken out of context, the Hassan special, he truly has no original thoughts.
He doesn't own that, man. He doesn't own that fucking defense.
Yeah, but you got it from him.
No, I didn't. First of all, he's not my father. Second of all, no, I didn't.
I mean, spiritually.
Like a spiritual older brother that I'm distant with.
Ew.
Like
by the way,
like an estranged older brother, bro.
The fact that you, I think Hassan would actually
like a Mediterranean sea's worth of distance minimum. Because he's Turkish, I think, famously. You look like duck showers. Creams, how much money? Okay. All right. I'm not. Nothing. Zero. Actually. I don't do that. And now I gotta go close my window because this blizzard is fucking cold. I'll be right back.
By the way, he took off his jacket so he could show off the Rick and Morty shirt. And now
That's not why I did it.
Said he was doing it because it was hot, but in fact it's cold in there, so he did it for no reason. You're the reason Hassan moves with security, man.
No, I'm not. What the fuck are you on about?
You probably are. Like, people like you at least.
Also, no, not. Also, he does. Like, I didn't know that.
Aw. Chat just creams shock dogs. Well, if Hassan does it, he does, so kind of
okay.
Take it.
That just means Cream's only policy is bringing back Szechuan sauce. Dude, fun fact about that. When McDonald's re-released the Szechuan sauce for, I think, season 3 or season 4, and all that shit was going viral, I actually did go to McDonald's to try it because I was curious. And I picked up like 4 packs, and I put them in my fridge because I thought they'd be collectibles. Rude. Like, genuinely rude. I don't do that when you talk.
Draco called you out, bro. You're cringe farming. Stop doing that.
I'm not. I'm being dead ass. I did have it in my fridge for like 2 years. My mom threw it out. I'm not fucking kidding. Because like, okay, the thing, dude, I'm trying like
that
dead
mouth
ass.
wide.
Stop, dude. I'm not fucking kidding. First of all, I'm not trying to cringe max. Not everything's a fucking clip.
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on, Creams. You were playing into being a heel. Your dialogue has been so unnaturally cringe. It's like you were fishing for people to make fun of you. Stop gimmick farming. Be a person.
1, good note. I'll keep that in mind. 2, this isn't supposed to be that. I'm being dead ass. Like, I just was a huge Rick and Morty fan. Like, this was a gift, like, that I got because I was famously a Rick and Morty fan. It was a birthday gift. But yeah, no, dude. So the thinking for the Szechuan sauce, it wasn't like cringe baiting. I legit was like, look, it's a discontinued sauce. Clearly, the show's only going up in popularity. Can I fucking finish, dude? Like, unironically.
I haven't interrupted you.
And I was like, clearly the show's only going to get more popular. So if I hold on to this sauce and I keep it preserved, I can theoretically sell it for like $8,000 or something in like a few years if I manage to keep it in like stable condition. And I could just like make a dent in my savings. I seriously put it as like a long-term investment. And then we were moving and my mom just thought it was like random sauce in our fridge and dumped it. Like, I was so mad because there was a part of me that was like, oh fuck, dude, that's my tuition. Like, it's not like, okay, I don't know how much money I want to see, actually. I want to see how much money I could have gotten for it. Because, like, that was like 4...
Oh, shit.
We're selling them in boxes for $5.
Fuck.
Wait, no, some guy's selling one for like he's selling one packet for $450. Some guy's selling it for $1 million? No way.
Oh shit. Oh,
What?
fuck. Dude,
Dude.
everybody's just in good form today, man. Oh wow.
Okay.
My
all
mom
right.
threw it out, bro. You were 41 in 2019.
My fucking god, I was 19.
Grown ass
I was
man.
literally a
There's no
teenager.
way you don't have a humiliation kink. I am wheezing. Nigga loser
Fucking hell.
maxing, what the fuck? Dragon Ball
Stop.
came out during Creams' first marriage.
I am begging you guys. Not everything I'm doing is maxing. You'll know what I'm doing a bit.
He
This isn't
mastered
that
Ultra
time.
Cringe stinked.
Not everything I do is a bit. You fucking dicks. Holy shit. I'm allowed, by the way, guys, I'm allowed to just like live sometimes, okay? I'm allowed to have done things before doing this live streaming thing. Like we all have had interest in the past. Like I don't know why I'm getting griefed right now.
Oh fuck, we have all had interest in the past, and it's collecting Rick and Morty sauce, bro.
It wasn't fucking collecting. It was supposed to be an investment vehicle. That's what I'm trying to fucking hammer home.
Nigga
It's
thought
not.
this
It
was
wasn't
Bitcoin.
fealty to the show. It wasn't fealty to the show. It was supposed to be a long-term investment that I would then use to like pay off serious loans if I had it.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh man, dude. Ah, fuck. You'd have been better off getting Pokemon cards, man.
Oh, I actually did collect them as a kid, but I didn't know how to store them. So the humidity got so bad in my room. Again, not cringe baiting, actual fucking story. I have had a life and have lived it. I have had a childhood and have lived it. I've been a kid once. Anyway, so I used to collect Pokemon cards, but I didn't have a good place to store them. So I found this like black plastic bag that I got from what?
Just go ahead, bro.
And I found this plastic bag that I got from a deli in my closet somewhere because I used to have kind of a bad trash problem. Again, I was a child, by the way, not an exaggeration. I was like 10, and I just put all the cards in there that I bought, not knowing that like the pristineness of the condition was part of it. So I kind of like had this like nice collection, but like there's no seal. Like I didn't put them in plastic or anything. So when I went to take them back up, right, they had stuck together so much that like the cards ripped when I tried to take them apart, and my mom just threw all of them out. Which, you know, if I had a nickel. A part of me wonders sometimes, like, if I would have been, like, a millionaire if she didn't, like, throw out some of this shit.
Oh man, dude, we have to wonder. Fuck.
The idea of Crimson relationship is so funny to me. Motherfucker would be a glorified least favorite pet. Sounds pretty funny.
If y'all ever wonder why Creams doesn't have any skills, this is what he spent his 30s doing. Dude, this one's also... Creams, genuinely, how did you expect us to react to the story? Go, damn, bro, not the sauce. That's so sad. Like, dude, you were asking for humiliation.
You know, it wouldn't actually kill you guys to hit me with a reaction like that. Like, you don't have. It's not an either or situation. Like, you're allowed. You can chat multiple things, and you have. Like, you never hesitate when it comes to like, oh man, let me just get this one joke off. No, you people have like an entire set. You want to just like get off in these comments. I just don't understand why, when it comes to like expressing the basic amount of sympathy for me, why does it have to be a binary when you people just want to fry me? I don't get it. Last time you were a kid, MLK had a dream, fella. All right. Creams, I finished Soprano season 1. Where would you rate it with the other seasons? Top 4 of 7. There's no reality where you're a millionaire, Creams. You're gambling it all away pronto.
By the way, I heard that you were like gambling while we were in call the other day, bro. That shit was sad.
What? No, I wasn't.
Okay. That was sad.
Where are you getting this information?
Don't worry about it, bro. Sources. Let's
Okay.
see. Bro was trying to tell his trademark One Piece sad backstory. No one is shedding tears for you, dude.
Mid-tier. Mid to low tier backstory moment. Best. I didn't say this is where I came from. This is what happened to me. It was supposed to be a little anecdote. Let me just get some shit off. Not everything I do is a fucking bit, guys. Like, I know I know I can see why you think that. I'm not confused about how you would get there, but I am asking to be taken just a smidge seriously sometimes. Like, come on. Don't worry, Mom. I'll retire as my Rick and Morty Szechuan. So, okay. Sounds pretty funny. Okay. Bro, can you... All you're doing is just giggling and fucking, like, griefing me.
Yeah, dude, you've been talking for two people, bro, and been mad whenever I laugh too loudly. So I've been letting you get your Szechuan shit off, bro. If you want to go back to talking about manga, bro, I got shit to say. You know, if that's what
you clearly have an opinion.
Yeah, about this Kagurabachi 0.5 chapter. Hell yeah, bro. What do you think my opinion... Motherfucker, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You stored Szechuan sauce thinking it would be Bitcoin. Cool.
Oh, man, that's pretty endearing. Wow, dude. I just learned something new about you. Damn, that sucks that she did that.
You had
a whole buffet of options.
Nobody talks like that. Wow, I didn't know that about you? Okay, I didn't know that about you.
You feel nothing. You feel nothing about that story.
No.
No follow-ups, no interest.
By the way, the feeling I had, you got mad at. I was laughing at it because I thought it was funny. Because I thought it was absolutely hilarious that you being serious is understood. That's what's funny about it. The fact that a human can say that thinking the reaction is going to be equally serious. That's funny. And I got the
I'm not asking for like a Godfather's level of seriousness. Like, it's a little funny, right? Like, I'm not saying don't laugh about it. I'm just saying, like, that's actually, damn, man.
You actually hit me with the teacher, are you done? While I was laughing about it. You actually did hit me. Are you done? Can I, bro? Unironically, let me get this off because I don't have anything else to say, bro. It is your existence in that moment is humorous. The fact that you, how old are you in 2019? 19?
I was 19, yes.
If I stored Szechuan sauce in my fridge at 19, I would genuinely have to have my bank account taken from me because I don't know how to spend money. Because I genuinely don't get it, bro.
It's an investment vehicle.
An investment vehicle. Invest in some... bro, get in the stock market or something, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? By the way, Rick and Morty is absolutely just not... It's not relevant anymore.
Okay, how was I supposed to know that that one of the guys was going to have, like, sexual misconduct allegation? How was I supposed to know that? How was I supposed to precog that? You saw... Dude, I have a Pickle Rick notebook. Like... There was a time when there was... Just get it out. Just get it out, bro. Don't even... Just do what you gotta do.
I have a Pickle Rick notebook, and you're mad that garners a laugh. You're actually not real.
It's cool. You don't... No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. No, you want to see it. You don't believe me.
Dude, cool. I do believe you. The hilarity is not that I think you're lying. The hilarity is that I didn't think a human could actually do this. I didn't think that a grown man... Dude, You're 33, and you have a Pickle Rick notebook.
It's still a notebook. Like, it has paper. I threw out the giant Pickle Rick pen that came with it.
Holy shit. Dude, you're good. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Oh, fuck.
Creams regurgitates opinions and thoughts he formed 20 years ago just as a juvenile. Just as juvenile as the day he came up with them. No level of insight or lesson learned. No reflecting on past immaturity. Literally the same guy. He thinks his mom wronged him.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah, man. Holy. Hey, man.
Appreciate you, bro. I know that was hard.
This is what we mean by cringe baiting? Correct. And yes, chat, everything that you hear from him is a bit, as far as you're concerned. Not everything I hear, but everything you hear, he's never serious. If you hear him say, stop, that hurt my feelings, do it more. And I'm telling you that, you got free reign. Nothing will happen to you in this chat. Say whatever. Just do shit. He will let it slide.
Those are all true stories.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. Well, Cream's Rick and Morty was cringe.
You know you don't have to show it to the camera. You know we believe you. You're getting off on the humiliation. It's like with the food thing, Chad. He's brought you into the ritual with him.
Why am I summoning Pickle Rick like Maharaga, dude? Oh, fuck. Cream's just stop. I did. I'm done. Cream's Rick and Morty was cringe then. Like, I remember that time well.
End the stream, please. Nah, you're right, bro.
My Szechuan sauce is non-fungible. Don't screenshot it, guys. That's mean. That's good. Oh, fuck. Did you come yet? We're done. Okay. Thanks, Mikey. Okay, so you said Kagurabachi?
Yeah. Did not expect a Soya chapter. Not gonna lie to you. Didn't expect him to be alive. Thought he was super duper dead because of like all the slicing and cutting and getting blown up.
Building falling on him, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Not only that,
I think this is the first character that we've seen in one of these half chapters that's alive. I think we've always focused on Sojo in these.
Mm-hmm.
So, my initial thought after like completing the chapter was, oh, is this going to be something that's like roped into the actual story at some point? Like, are we getting a Hakuri?
He's not a minor character.
Reuniting is the wrong word to say. It's more of like are we getting like a Hakuri, like, are they ever going to see each other again sort of thing? Or is this going to be just a reoccurring like gag and bit as he like interacts with the world as it's like falling apart Soga style?
Yeah. I don't know, man. He feels like too major a character for him to just like come back and there be no consequences to the whole affair. Like, I don't get the impression that this is like an accident. That Hokuzona's like released this chapter right before like the part 2 starts.
You think Soya's a major character?
At least for Hakuri, like he's a personal character, right? Like whatever happens with him, is going to be crucial. Depending by the way, on the depths of his memory loss, which doesn't seem to be like it's going to have any lasting effects. He seems to kind of already get back to him being crazy, knowing he's a Sazanami, and knowing like he's strong, are kind of like the big puzzle pieces here. So I don't know, like, because at the end, like you think if he doesn't come back, right? Like why end the chapter with him passing out and not like just dying?
Huh.
You know, like why do this at all if not for him to come back into the main story?
I mean, I don't know. Like he did the same like chapter thing with Sojo, and we're presuming like he's just dead, right? Like the purpose, and I'm not saying that I don't think he's going to rejoin the narrative. It's just more of like I think the purpose can very well be like an ongoing, like every 50 or so chapters in Hokuzono needs it, right? A break week chapter, not a break week chapter, but like a break chapter from the plot, because we've already kind of seen him do this style. But I don't think that's impossible for Soya to rejoin. I just don't know if I necessarily believe it's like, damn, dude, for a character of his magnitude and scope in the narrative, like it has to happen. He's not like even a character that I do feel like definitely would need to be addressed, like a Hiyuki, wouldn't even strike that like, oh my god, you're so major, that like your presence is it echoes throughout the manga. But yeah.
Okay, I mean, I don't, because with Sojo, like the chapter came out after he already died, right? It was like an OVA type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. This is like I think this is like the first time like Hokuzono's ever, you know, taken back a death in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like where it's just strictly comedic. You know, I know when. Oh my god, I almost said Choso. Fuck, what's his name? Sword bearer, like the first one we meet. God damn, what's his name?
What are you talking about? The Uruha?
Uruha. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, like Uruha came back in like a convincing,
why do you
dramatic way.
Say Choso.
I don't know. I remembered his like face, and for some reason my brain just like wouldn't let go of Choso.
Mm-hmm.
Like being his name, even though I knew it was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just like it was an interesting choice. Like, it feels like, okay, if you're not going to enter the main story, why are you here? Kind of thing. Like, why do this? Like, why not have this also be like an OVA thing?
Mm. The comedy was really bad for me this chapter. I don't know. I don't think that battle shonen authors can write comedy, if I may. Like, not generally, not intentionally, at least not like culturally. It's not particularly funny to me. This wasn't even something that felt like it was trying. Like, I guess it was. It's a gag, right? But it didn't even really feel like it was so far from being funny, in my opinion. It's not that I took it at face value, like, oh my god, this is as serious as everything else that Okuzun has been writing, but more of like the gag almost like doesn't take hold. One thing that I thought was interesting, just was like the speed at which he reasoned through his identity.
Hmm?
He kind of draws one with a good expression there as soon as he like discovers that he's a Sazanami. I also feel like the like Iso little montage felt like a Raimi reference.
Come
Yeah,
on, go Web, go! Yeah.
yeah. It felt like that. I
He
know he's a big movie
even
fan, but yeah,
he
yeah,
even did Spider-Man's like
uh,
thing.
yeah. Um, and so
Uh,
that was cool. Like, some cool things in that respect. But I don't know. I just like it was a fine chapter. It was a fine chapter. Um,
this is like an
Surprisingly a bit
interesting
more
little
action than
thing.
I expected it to have for like a chapter with serving this purpose, though.
Uh, I guess. Do you? For me, one of the more interesting parts of the chapter was the fortune teller. Just
Mm,
sort of it not being a scam was like kind of hilarious to me.
mm,
Like, that was just like a real fortune teller, and she was like, "Nah, dude, you're fucking crazy.
yeah,
Leave."
yeah. I mean, in a world of
Um,
sorcerers, right? Why is fortune
yeah,
telling
I
so
guess.
crazy?
And it's not the worst way to make a living, right? They're accurate. You could say that.
Mm,
Um, like the impression I got was that she was looking into the past, or just sort of like revealing his present. But I wonder if they do have some form of future sight you can pay for.
mm,
Like, if you're like, hey, for 20, can you look into like the lottery numbers for tomorrow or some shit like that? If yes, why are you on the street?
yeah. Hmm,
Just curious.
yeah. Um, it's not funny, but it's a funny circumstance. I liked him remembering his love of abuse. Reminded me of the, I mean, guy who's only read JJK allegations, whatever, but like, it reminded me of Deborah versus Maharaga. Just funny to have seen similar montages so relatively recently, I guess. I can't think of too many other times I've seen like a panel with that layout. Um, with like the progressively getting closer, like action sort of thing. But yeah, let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it was a
Mhm.
fine chapter. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. It was interesting to read. It was cool. It
Same.
was cool, brother.
What, dude? It's a 6 out of 10 chapter. What do you want from
Of
me?
course you think that, because I think that. It's okay though.
It
We'll move on.
wasn't boring and it wasn't like good. It was just fine.
And we have a number for that, by the way, five. You just
No,
described.
for me,
You
for me,
just.
a 5 is just boring.
It literally can't be that. It has to just be no. That's what a five. By the way, that's what you, film critic. I'm above giving things a five.
I said 5 was
No
boring.
more sevens. No more 7 out of 10s.
Yeah, I gave it a 6.
Yeah, no. You've long since abandoned that, right? I'm just saying this is the guy who was like, dude, fives are the standard.
Dude, what's happening to
Six
us?
out of tens,
I, I,
great.
I feel like
They're
we got off on the wrong foot because you're
they're
just,
excellent, right?
what's going on?
5 out of 10s, dude, that's most media. 6 out of 10s, bro, you and Shakespeare are rubbing shoulders. If you want something above that, bro, you have to be on the team that makes Persona games.
What's going on, man? Like, why is everything so hostile between us?
But I don't feel any hostility.
I'm receiving hostility.
Ah, well,
Something seems amiss, is all I'm saying.
ah,
Nah, that's what I get. That's what I get. Nah.
that's not what I said. I said, ah, we'll file that with HR. like I don't know, bro. I press you about this like every time, every Sunday. Actually, I give you the same. I'm actually reading my script. Creams copies your score. You give him shit for it, bro. Why are you so hostile? I don't know, man. Say a different score. Say a different number for the novelty. Say a different.
Five.
Say a different. Say thank you. Say a different number just for the different numbers' sake, bro. Let's give other numbers some love.
5. There we go. My bad, bro.
No, I appreciate that, bro. A true blue middle of the road chapter. Hell yeah. Creams would
be hostile to himself.
if he had to,
Not you were reading
if
it.
he had to hear himself talk for multiple hours every week. That's what Neeman said. In any case, Blue Lock dropped a interesting chapter. Chapter 336, Crow and Ice. A chapter that focuses on two characters that have kind of like existed in the secondary role for a while. And given us like a miniature, not a miniature resolution, but like kind of like a small climax to the things that Hugo has been talking about. Having Karasu create the goal opportunity that happens here by him doing exactly what, I mean, basically
The exact opposite of what Ego's been saying.
basically what Hugo's been saying. Yeah, bro. I mean, make yourself a good number two and sacrifice yourself for their goal, right? It's like very much the it's very much the what's the word I'm looking for? The antithesis, or rather, like at least some sort of like straying from Blue Lock ideals. But also, in my opinion, like more obviously, it's just like how obvious it is in line with what Hugo's saying. Obviously, Hugo follows it up by just being like, "Hey, Isagi, that could have been you, bro." And it honestly, it probably worked better if you were doing it. If you were doing it, it probably y'all could probably beat us. I don't why I'm telling you this. I don't know why Hugo is so invested in Isagi doing this. I'm not entirely sure. It's
I'd like
honestly
to
something to consider a little bit, but it is interesting that he's just like, yeah, bro. I just think you should. I honestly just think you're wasting your potential, bro. You're not suitable for this striker shit.
Dude, like I was gonna say, like I really think it's intellectual curiosity for Hugo. Like I think he looks at Isagi and he assesses, like, dude, he would go way further as like the second best striker. Like I really do think it just comes down to that. Like he might just fuck with soccer and he's like, yo, I see a lot of talent in you, kid.
Maybe.
But not in this. Like in something else.
Maybe. We'll have to see. But yeah,
'Cause
definitely.
He doesn't seem like he's being mean, Like he doesn't seem like he's being a dick about it.
Definitely being a dick about it.
Really? No, that's that. I have not been reading it like that. I just perceived it as him like really believing his own hype about it. Because like
Believing what you say doesn't make you not a dick for saying it. If I'm like, hey, Creams, I really believe you can't do anything in your life, that's still a dick thing. It's still like you're a dick. If I'm like, dude, I look at someone and I think they're ugly. Hey, you're ugly. I believe that shit. I'm less of an asshole for saying it. I don't know. I don't think you can just get that shit, dude. But I believed it though. What? I don't think.
okay,
I don't think you can just get that
I guess.
off.
I guess like maybe Hugo's delivery is just like reads is just a bit more like cold to me. Also Rin grabbing Isagi's hair is like a funny ass panel. Second best is so tepid. Never, it is weird to say, but I never really pegged Rin for internalizing Ego's philosophy because we're not really privy to his inner monologue as much as we are Isagi, where we see Isagi like really resonate with Ego's message. For Rin, he always kind of seemed like to march to the beat of his own drum. So it is interesting that he kind of represents like the Blue Lockian mind space, like in the last panel. Like he just represents like fucking the ego path.
Yeah, I mean, to me that makes sense. While Rin is definitely less of like Isagi is the one that's framed as the one who thinks about what ego means more than anybody else, right? Isagi is the one who thinks about like the meaning behind his words more. We see that what's the word I'm looking for? We see that a lot more explicitly with Isagi than anyone else, yada yada yada, right? But despite marching to the beat of his own drum, the beat of his own drum happens to be one of an egoist, right? It happens to be one of me scoring goals and me like taking down other teams and other players, at by any means necessary, at like at any cost, right? And so it's like, yeah,
Mhm.
Rin is sort of like following his own, his own whims, his own ego, but that is exactly what ego is preaching. Following that to
Mm.
the absolute top. Um, and
So,
so, like, to me, Rin representing the like that constant desire to like destroy, who's above him, beat Sai, beat Isagi, whatever, whatever, right? The
mm,
other number one. It's like, yeah, to me, that's not particularly weird for him to represent that, especially since like who else on the pitch could? There aren't any other
mm,
characters that could do that right here. None of them have been effective. None of them share the sort of like status that Isagi does. Rin is the only
mm,
one that like on the merits of like prior abilities and prior demonstrations is Isagi's equal, right? Other characters
mm.
have like done well or whatever. But a Reo is like a number six, a Chigiri is like, somewhere down there. It's like every single
Mm.
character is just
Haru's not
like
going to say this.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like every single character is some level below Isagi in terms of I don't really care if you think like overall football ability, but in terms of like how they've been designated, right? How they're considered. Rin isn't really, or if Rin is, he's the closest one there that's on the pitch. And so him representing that to me makes sense. He's also the only one to me that when Isagi like attempts to shoot and does like get blocked or whatever, right? He's the
Mhm.
only one that doesn't seem to like everybody else is like, oh my god, hell yeah, dude, I'm believing in that shot. And Rin is the one that's like, man, fuck you, as it's heading towards the goal. And so like, yeah, I don't know. To me, he's the one in his own way least shell shocked by that. Karasu and
Mm.
Hiyori are able to adapt in their own way, but that's kind of because they have their like own different approach to the game at large, right?
I mean, Rin
Um,
is just kind of a more stoic, kind of unshakable guy as far as like his soccer philosophy was concerned. Um, he has some kind of confusion about size, like midfielder switch up, but he never really doubts his own like ability that much. He just sort of like Rin is interesting because like a bulk of his characterization really comes down to like getting better at playing soccer, as like simple as that may sound, but like he doesn't seem to go through the same kind of mental hurdles that Isagi does. At the very least, like there's two ways to do it, right? Isagi kind of builds himself up to a new level, whereas Rin sort of feels like he's unlocking more of the shit he was already kind of capable of.
yeah, for sure. Getting back to his base characters, his base elements. I mean, yeah, I mean that's kind of what geniuses. That's how they're structured to do it, right?
Hmm?
They literally are
Pain,
just
error,
they're
and
trying to like revert, not necessarily to like their childlike whimsy, but I mean, Batra is a similar way where it's like while you do need to build on the skills that you've developed up to this point, a lot of the talent lies on that instinct, and so
hmm?
Rin representing at least the greatest conventional genius, right, of Blue Lock, and being the most exemplary of that, makes sense to me. Um,
Hmm?
yeah,
Dude,
Ego's been this arc the least in control and least sure we've ever seen him, and I'm kind of
mhm.
I'm kind of here for it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um,
Actually, on that note, dude, that's kind of where the bulk of my commentary was saved for. Dude, when I read this, I kind of got thinking about Ego's position so far in the story. This chapter kind of like it's kind of made me realize Ego's been kind of omnipresent or omniscient in a lot of ways
mhm,
to like Isagi and the other players because they were starting at like such a pretty like low floor comparatively to like other people like in the U20 setting, right? And over the course of the series, he kind of built them up to be where they're at, right? Like an elite team because of all the wins they've racked, right?
mhm.
Like all these little incremental lessons, they keep getting confirmed by the narrative, by them winning the games, blah blah blah. And I actually think this is a lot more devastating than maybe it seems like for the story long term. Like to me, this is brutal. Like this is a massive loss for Ego because to me his entire like sales pitch, if you will, is kind of like it keeps getting confirmed by all the winning that they do by listening to him. So like this switch up where a different philosophy results in a goal to like it is so dangerous if you're ego, right? Like especially if they do this again and win the game, like it's like, bro, we found success doing something else. Explain yourself immediately. The your theory, like I think theories in general, in regards to like soccer philosophy or whatever, as far as Blue Lock is concerned, seem to be that everything is brilliant if it always ends in victory. Like if it ends in victory more often than it doesn't, right? Like, hey man, we listen to you like do this all the time because wins, right? They did something else that is in direct opposition and they got the same result. Explain yourself immediately, right? Like that's what I would be thinking, right? Like that's what would fuck me up, right? Like the idea that Blue Lock can lose is fine, right? But the idea that Blue Lock can win differently is like arguably like scarier for like the team dynamic, for ego, for the entire Blue Lock experiment, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me think. I don't disagree. I think that I mean I think that's kind of like that's what Isagi's that last page is kind of like representing like a potential fracturing taking place, a divergence in where these characters go. I mean, Izagi literally, as Rin is like grabbing him, he's like, "Damn, dude, which way is right?" Because it's immediately shaken by like results, right? He's like, "Well, I wasn't able to get my results. Excuse me, being an undying egoist. They got their results playing in a different way. Damn, what's happening, right?"
Like,
Yeah.
because my thinking is like the most okay. If you're ego, there's a part of you that does want Blue Lock to lose a little bit because like you can kind of get out of the doghouse, right? You can make the excuse, oh, you guys just didn't listen to me. You know, you wavered from being egoist, right? Isagi, like you hesitating resulted in blah blah blah, or like Karasu and Hiyori, like they chase their own egos. Like there's a way to kind of do mental gymnastics to like it, like kind of reinforce and justify the position that's gotten you this far. But Karasu did just defy the logic of Blue Lock in some respect, right? And I think there has to be a reckoning for ego and for the rest of the team when it comes to that. Because like these people on the court saw it, the world saw it, people on the bench saw it, and Blue Lock has been super like isolated for such a long time as far as like their development and improvement is concerned. But like it's one of those like small reminders that these guys were all strikers, you know, and you're trying to instill in them like superior play. You're trying to get them to like beef up basically, and they have been because of your advice. But like they do something different, they got the same result. Like
Yeah, I would just say you got to be careful of that because we've seen characters do that before. Nagi and Reo. Not Reo. I mean, Nagi makes his super goal off of something very similar, situationally, where Reo
mhm.
throws away his own desire to get goals and dedicates himself towards making Nagi score. Um, Not too dissimilarly from what Karasu is doing with Hiyori here in functionality, right? Karasu doesn't even try to score for himself here. He's specifically trying to create a position in which Hiyori can score because of like how impressive he finds that left leg to be, right? He's like, I know how much like talent and ability you possess. And not like because there's a difference, right? In passing because there's no ability to score versus ignoring any ability potential to score to pass. Those are kind of like different things despite the action being similar. And Cross is like, yeah, I came to this conclusion once I put everything into being number two. The thing is just like, yeah, I'm kind of with Super Saiyan God crazy right now where it's like you gotta not even just like you need to. I consider this being like a fracturing where characters are going to start picking sides, but the sentiment is like, well, we've seen this before, right? We've seen a super goal come out and like, dude, Nagi shot up. Nagi ended up in that game higher than Izagi, in terms of overall ranking, if I remember correctly. No, that's not true, right? Where was Isagi at the end of the Manshine game. I don't remember where his ranking was, but in any case, Nagi ends up at like number 4 with like an 88 million evaluation or some shit, and it's like, damn. Okay, yes, Nagi was 88. Isagi's 50. Okay, bet. But this wasn't a super goal though. Sure, but the point is just that like one character devoting themselves to making another character score is something that we know works. It's something that we've seen work in Blue Lock. Ness does that for Kaiser. We've seen Rayo do that for Nagi. The contention that that Ego has always made is that it does not work regularly, right? It will eventually lead to your downfall. And so I'm kind of curious if we're going to see that in like an even higher elevation game. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of like it we need to, in my opinion, flesh out a lot more of Hugo's perspective, like practically, right? We know ideologically it's, just do what you're suitable for, right? But like, okay, we've seen characters do what they're suitable for and be shut down, right? We've seen characters devote themselves to being like a tool for someone else's goals, and they've been shut down. So like, okay, Hugo, how do you contradict everything that we've seen in the Blue Lock up to this point? And it's like, I don't know.
Because there's 2 runs now, right? Like what this chapter kind of reveals to me is like the original like losing theory we've been working on, like this is the game they're gonna lose and all the shit that comes with that. I think there's also an alternate and equally as interesting development here, and that's like if they win by straying from Ego. Like I think that has completely different ramifications, right? Like because you're basically splintering your team, right? Like you're creating like all the cohesion you've built in the time skip, all the shit that's gotten you this far. Like there's like a crisis of faith at play, and if you have 2 equally good options, what do you default to is going to be a matter of taste. But like there's sort of this assumption that like the team's got to like be on the same page to some extent, at least at this level, right? And I kind of wonder which way the coin will flip.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing too is like I wonder what it means for Ego as a character. Like he's not really one to self-reflect, or not one to self-reflect to the reader, really. I kind of I'm kind of I'm kind of intrigued by the idea that he's like that he has some kind of crisis of faith. I don't think he will. He seems too stubborn, but like I wonder how he doesn't get his confidence shaken in that respect when the team is just like going through something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw some people saying he's about to pull Karasu's dumbass out of there, like get the fuck off the. But I don't imagine Ego. I can't imagine Ego doing that. 'Cause it seems so illogical, right? So well, what Karasu did is would allow them to score, and beyond everything else, he wants to win, right? Let's see. Wasn't Shido a primary example of someone getting fed passes when Kunigami was stuck to Shido like glue? Feeding goals to a singular person isn't a surefire way to win a game. Yeah.
But they weren't Isagi. They weren't the number 1. They weren't the face of Blue Lock,
Let's see. Yeah. Don't forget Sai's second on the team, so his philosophy could also pollute Blue Lock at some point. This could be future foreshadowing. The thing is that like not Isagi. Sai is an egoist. He believes in there being a number 1 striker. He just doesn't believe that that's him. Right? He believes he's like, no, that's dope. Because Hiyori has an ego too. All of these characters have like their egos. It is like the ego is still to be the best at what they're doing. Like Hiyori is still like, I'm the motherfucker who unlocks strikers, right? But yeah, let's see. To me, I've always had an issue with the idea that the way that people like Karasu play is purely sacrifice. Like there is no pride or ego in what he does, and there's only glory and pride in scoring. I mean. I don't think that's really how Blue Lock has presented this so far, right? I feel like we see with Sai, I feel like we see with Hiyori, that characters are rewarded narratively and thematically, right? For dedicating their ego to something aside from scoring. I think we see Isagi do it at multiple points. The contention is like where it gets muddied in terms of the difference between the ego that has been like represented well here, and like the egos that has been applauded in the past versus this like focus of being number 2, this like focus of being suitable. Sai's a number 1 passer, not number 2 player. Let me think real quick for a second. The main difference is do it for yourself versus do it for the team. You can pass for yourself and score for the team. I honestly think the difference is probably like I'm
Tell me what
doing
you
this.
feel.
I think for what Hugo is implying, not what implying, what he's saying, right, is that you can only ever do this, right? This was the only thing you were capable of, and that seems to be at odds with Ego's philosophy. Like
Mm-hmm.
Karasu's conceding, right, that he can't be the greatest striker when he makes this action. He's philosophically saying, no, I'm not suitable to be that, right? He's like accepting this like vague form of destiny. I don't think the problem is that Karasu, you know, goes down with the ship and allows Hiyori to score here. I think the problem is that like Karasu is he's saying I can't do that. I can't be the one to score. Not here ever, right? I'm not suitable for that. I think that's to me that's the current way, and this will probably change on a chapter to chapter basis until we get like a more concrete sort of like feel or whatever. But I think it's like if Hugo is a lion that tries to fly would look silly. Karasu's conceded that he'll never fly, right? Whereas an egoist might be like, okay, I can't fly yet, but I will fly one day. Karasu's like, nah, fuck it, I'll never fly. And so what can
But
I
I could
do?
run.
And what can I do now that I've decided I'll never fly in my life? And it's like, well, I think there's a bit of a difference there. If Hiyori's like, no, I actually, because like, let's say scoring goals is flying, just for this analogy to make sense, right? Hiyori historically has been someone who doesn't want to fly. Karasu is someone who's saying he can't. Karasu, up to this point, based on the implication that he's now just decided to try to be number 2, right? Still had the desire to be the greatest striker. Hiyori didn't. Hiyori has the desire to be the greatest something else, like an egoist in his own right. But Karasu's saying, despite wanting this, despite wanting to spread my wings and fly, I am making the acknowledgement that it'll never happen. I'm cutting off that path. That's impossible for me, right? And it's like that to me is where a lot of the series may eventually interpret this as like, if not necessarily wrong,
So
only like a half measure.
So you think like the blueprint for like the rest of the players on Blue Lock is to cut out their respective like number 1 striker dreams and like replace them with I'm gonna be the best defender or I'm gonna be the best midfield like with Sai?
No, not necessarily. I think Sai is a version. I think Sai is like a failed version of an egoist. Like I think he's a failed version of a striker. I think that he is literally the prime example of what Hugo's talking about insofar as like someone who's decided they are not suitable for something and so they change their role. Not I've decided that I want something more. I've decided I can't do this. Right? So it's like it's like, dude, I have a dream that one day I will write an amazing story. And instead of and let's say, you know, there's 2 versions of me. Both don't write the story. One decides he doesn't want to anymore. I don't really want to do that. I actually want to
You lost the desire.
I want to be the best swimmer. Cool.
Okay.
One decides I can't be an amazing writer. So I won't try anymore. Those are different. The action of not writing is the same thing, but the underlying motivation is very different. And to me, that's kind of like what the acknowledgement of why don't you just be the best number 2?
Because I mean, it's a little different, no? Because it's not like Karasu's quitting, and it's not like he's really losing steam. He's actually like the ball got in the net, right?
On what he's decided, on what he's, in my opinion, the way he's quitting without acknowledging a difference in desire. He's quitting by acknowledging he can't do it.
I get it's more like he seems. Here's the thing that kind of fucks with me, right? It's again, we kind of return to it got confirmed by the goal. Like the reason Karasu, like I think for better or for worse, now is going to have a little bit more trouble answering the question is because by doing this, they scored the goal. They were losing, right? Like the game was just shut down, and he was the only one that made that change. And there was this like sacrificial like play that he made mentally that resulted in them tying the score. You know, like the worst part about it is like it's hard to work against that kind of confirmation, especially if you're, already in kind of you're already in the middle of it, right? Like I don't think Karasu's like the negative feedback loop doesn't exist because there hasn't been a drawback. He hasn't. He's only benefited from doing this. It's sort of like it's your example. In either case, the guy who switches to swimming wins the gold medal in the Olympics at $1 million for doing so. The other guy gets like I don't know a 50. Like it's there. Like the aspect of success I think is like crucial to the entire thing.
Yeah, but we've already seen like getting a gold is not the story's stamp of approval. Once again, Nagi scored that goal. He's not in Blue Look anymore. He's out here.
Mm-hmm.
He's pushing daisies with fucking Kira. You know what I mean? Like he scored the goal and like you know what I mean? It's like that's not what
the
that's not
presentations. The presentation's a little different because like it's not like Nagi
no, it's
kind
not,
of like
not yet. Nagi, that goal, you're looking at it through the lens of someone who knows the story. You go back and read that chapter, you're not like, oh my god, bro, Nagi's gonna get out of Blue Lock. That is the craziest shit you just seen.
But didn't Ego say some shit like he'll never do that again in the same chapter? Like
probably in the following
got, like,
chapter, and also almost the same foreboding shit Ego says here.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, this isn't the chemical reaction I was expecting. Like there's like a different because one is Ego being presented as like knowing
this chemical reaction.
Yeah, one is like him knowing, and the other one is him being surprised. Like I think the loss of control on Ego's part is part of is what makes this like different. Like whenever Ego's like grip like is shaken, that's I think when we can kind of like press the bounds of some of this, man.
Yeah.
Like because like Ego's infallibility when some shit happens in a play or a player's development is part of like the structure of Blue Lock up until then. Like as far as like them being in the Blue Lock bubble, but like as far as them getting better just as players and then graduating from Blue Lock, there is an aspect of like okay now he even also said like show me some shit that I can't conceive of,
Yeah, I'm just looking right now, dude. We don't even see like negative ramifications for Nagi's like we don't even get the implication that there's anything wrong with it until like 3 chapters after the goal, right? It's not like the goal. No, I just checked. Like 190, right? You can go read it. It's just like yeah, Ego comments on that shit far after it actually happens, right? It's not like goal. Oh my god, dude, he's washed. It's like it's something that does simmer for a little bit. It's just presented pretty fucking amazingly because he just did some shit that's amazing, and yet Nagi's not in Blue Lock.
I guess there is like a wait and see aspect, right? Because there's like a few paths this can take, right? Either we're waiting on Isagi to make a decision, and like he tells Hugo to go fuck himself, and they lose or win from there, or he. I don't think I don't even think we should like entertain this too seriously, but like he does do Ego sees he's about to do like the second striker thing, right? He's about to like he's on the cusp and he's about to like move that way, and Ego answers by like subbing him out, I mean, right? And that's a friction to like deal with on that end, right? I don't think the decision is going to. I don't think it's going to be positive for Ego or Isagi or their relationship, but I do think that this play from Karasu and Yuri is good for Blue Lock. I at least think it opens the door for them to address the what do we do when we can't like rely on our big striker, like our big playmaker.
I mean, hey, anything that gets them to score, is gonna be good for Blue Lock, right? It's not really. That's not really the issue.
But they're not in the position where like it's all on their shoulders, right? They could be more free in that respect.
Sure. I do agree though with what Super Saiyan God is saying in there. Being an egoist doesn't just mean scoring. Like taking Ego for example, he said he wants to be a defender and crush a striker and be the best defender. That still follows Ego philosophy without being a striker. Like I feel like this is something we've agreed upon, right? That like being when Ego is talking about being a striker at this point, it's an overarching like philosophy as opposed to like specifically a position. Um, but yeah, I don't think that Karasu is like we've seen Isagi assist and only be able to like help other people facilitate goals. Um, and yet that's still not looked at like as this very negative spiral thing. Um,
Because he had like a different goal that he was chasing, right? Like spiting Kaiser, and like nothing was incongruent with what he wanted.
it's more like he couldn't get the like in addition to wanting to spite Kaiser, wanting to beat Kaiser, right? It's like he also couldn't score. Like he just wasn't good enough then, right? It's like this is the compromise I have to make. Um, you can be an egoist passer. Karasu is not that, and the distinction does seem to be being made that Karasu is very much different than what most characters have been shown as before. I can't speak too much to like the depth of the difference, just because I feel like it's still a relatively newly introduced concept. But I am like interested in it, and Hansel does bring up a point that I don't disagree with either. Essentially, the hope of multiple kind of like pathways branching. So I hope this is the beginning of Blue Oak introducing multiple valid pathways. It's something I've been trying to get at for a while, and if we get a bit of back and forth going forward without any outright invalidation, Blue Oak will be taking the next step for me.
And like, I don't think it's an unfair place to go, right? Like these guys, in my opinion, have finished the Blue Lock course, right? Like they should be able to stand like on their own 2 feet, like they should be able to exceed what Ego is able to like produce, right? As far as like a teacher or coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's like a crazy sentiment for this to start being like a natural splintering,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't think it has to be such a binary, like, oh my god, Karasu, you fucking tool, you broke from the dogma.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be as simple as like, dude, I found some shit that works for me, right? And like, I don't care what this bowl haircut looking dude, like I don't give a shit, like it works for me, like I'm having more fun, I'm getting the goals in, right? Like it is like Blue Lock is like
Maybe
it's a self-esteem force,
show me why this is different than what Rayo did. That's what I'm saying. You have to prove why this is ideological. Why did Rayo and Nagi fuck it up then? Because they're doing this is the same shit, right? So it's not that they have to. It's not that Karasu has to be wrong. You have to explain what Rayo and Nagi were missing. You can't. You can't justify because like the story is like Nagi, you fucked up, right? Rayo, you fucked up by helping him like that. And it's like okay, cool, right? You present that as like law thematically, cool bet. Either incomplete information, basically, it was kind of like I thought it was a period, but it was actually an ellipses, or you have to explain why what Karasu did is fundamentally and foundationally different so that this passes, right? It's sort of like it's like why whenever we're talking about like any particular thing, it's like chemical reactions, right? Chemical reactions when they're first introduced, it's like Isagi initially thinks, oh, it's just like working alongside someone, and he's like, no, dude, it's actually like it's that conflict and like what you're able to make out of that. Cool, great, right? We see a bad example, we see a good example, and then we see why that bad example didn't work. We see what it was missing. What part of like that teamwork that like I'm gonna move for the sake of someone else's goals was missing in other plays that we've seen before. And like I'm not expecting you to have that answer. That's not like a thing I'm asking you directly. It's more like it would be what I'm asking of the story, right? Like Kaneshiro, cool, this works, right? Let's say this works long term. This is a one path to being the greatest, or an amazing, an elite player. It's like okay, cool, but what the fuck? Nagi and Rayo actually read the same script and they got canned, right? So what gives?
Maybe it could just be like them both not being on the same page to the same extent. Maybe it could be like um the difference in like their soccer self-esteem not being contingent on this release. Like it could be a million different things.
Hmm. Visually, I think Karasu is very in line with the way Blue Lock shows ego. He's got that literal fire and transformation. I imagine he's still egoing out.
It's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
We'll have to see. I don't know. It's an interesting chapter though, for sure. For certain, rather. Um, for certain, for certain. Let's see. Let's see. Whew.
But yeah, for me, solid 8.59.
Yeah. I'll glaze, bro. 8. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. I liked it. Good chapter. Good chapter.
Very good job. Before we hop on modulo, I do have to pee.
Yeah, dude.
Do I? No, I don't. Okay. No, never mind.
What the fuck just happened?
Just kind of double checking. I was like, oh man, is that like dead ass, or am I just feeling like it's building? You know what I mean? Like it's hard. Okay, there's a point where I can hold it, right? And it's like I have to pee, and then there's a point where it's like it's the tank is like half full.
All right. Well, let me use the bathroom then. I'll be right back.
All right, no problem. Chad, do you guys ever do that? Like I'm not crazy, right? Like that's a thing everybody does to some extent. Like has to be, fucking has to be. Also, man, fun ass Blue Lock discussion. I cannot lie. IMO, very amusing. You know these soccer lads. Ansel, you kind of brought up an interesting thing. As someone who does follow like actual football, what are your biggest grievances about Blue Lock? Ego for sure doesn't like the direction that Hiyori and Karasu went. I can't even see Ego even remotely justifying this as Ego. Something about like dude, I think this is going to be explained either with a sub in, like, and Ego doesn't say shit, or it's gonna happen during halftime. Like either way, we are getting his stance like sooner rather than later. I would love like this is my fucking personal wish. I would love if Isagi, like in a moment of weakness, chose the Hugo path, and like Ego punished him for it by just quietly subbing him in with like Baro or something, just to spite him, or just to like prove his point. Either way, it would basically be the same thing if Ego did it. Down with Ego, yeah. By the way, I have a feeling this is like another small thing. It'd be so funny. It'd be so funny if this led to like an actual splintering in Blue Lock, and these people just like were like, you know what, bro? I wanna play in Barcelona. Like just like play internationally for different teams. Like I think that would be an interesting way to diversify Blue Lock's thing, because they play for the World Cup anyway. Like that's like a national thing. It's not like they play for the teams, right? It'd be interesting. It would be an interesting arc, but realistically, Sagi does not have time for a midfielder arc when Sai is coming back in 2 games. A midfielder arc is funny as hell. I don't care that Blue Lock is a fantasy show, LMAO. Sometimes it does get a little cringe talking about the false nines in the Nigeria game. Like, come on, don't pretend like you're using real tactics. But I don't need my football autism tickled here. That's so funny because you're just insulting the series in a different way. Like, you don't even count it as like being any kind of showcase. Like football is just purely aesthetic, huh? Is there like humor me for a sec, right? Where does the Blue Lock like real football shit like drift for you as far as like mentality or philosophy is concerned? Do you just think like Ego is corny, or like is it just unfeasible to play like that? Battle Shonen where they kick a ball. No offsides, dude. No. Oh god, his video is stuttering for me. Offsides being like a consistent criticism against Blue Lock has got to be one of the funniest prevailing things about the series.
Ooh, okay. All right, I'm back.
One has to ask themselves, is Blue Lock really a football manga? Okay. I leave that for the real football fans to decide, I guess. I'm not qualified to make that assessment.
Yeah.
This shit happens like 5 times in 5 times a half in real life. Chat, is it accurate to call Blue Lock the Baki of soccer manga? Oh fuck, man, that's good. Actually, you know what, bro? Let me just brace myself. Don't start talking about the chapter yet if you can. I do want to get into it with you this week.
What are you about to do?
Just Piro.
The P he said you didn't need to take. All right, chat. So let's talk about this modulo chapter real quick.
Didn't even wait for me to mute
in
up. That's
depth,
crazy.
in crazy depth. Let's exhaust all of my dialogue options and then let him talk by himself when he gets back. Thoughts, chat? Beer, you end up reading Nido Exorcist? Not yet, but I have bookmarked it on Manga Plus, so I could start reading that. But I'm still working my way through World Trigger at the moment. It's not to say that I can't read 2 manga at the same time. In fact, I read many manga at the same time. But it's more to say, damn, dude, I got fucking itch in my back. Jesus Christ. Anyways, but it's more to say that I just haven't made my way to it. Kind of close to catching up on World Trigger, so I might finish that first, or might not. Whatever. I do think Blue Look is more entertaining than IRL football. That's just me. Listen, you know. Let's see. Yada yada yada. Baki's like 50 times more unhinged to the point you could say it's straight up absurdist media. I talked to someone the other day, and they were like, "Dude, Baki's like not even that weird." I think that was you, Hansel. Is Blue Exorcist good? I know Johnny likes Blue Exorcist, but like he's the only person I've ever seen that like praises it. So it's like I can't like speak to it too much. I think I watched the anime like 2 seasons a while ago, but I don't know. It's whatever. Response to Creams. Oh, in real football, Ego is completely demonstrably wrong. Maybe in vibes you can say otherwise, but taking him literally, just not. Best player of all time. Messi has assist record. 99% of goats would not feel better about a hat trick 4-3 loss than a 1-0 win where they don't score and players don't randomly discover they're goated in another position. Kagurabachi is the funniest example since goalkeepers are so different. Even Ego switching to defensive to a defensive position is kind of ridiculous. Taisha.
Wow, pretty interesting. So many interesting like different angles to the response. I'm trying to like figure out where to. Okay, is it just like, do players get on there and they're like, dude, I can only imagine like me winning or whatever? Like, is there some kind of egoist sentiment to the players at the top, or are you talking about like holistically, like the way he structures his teams, even the way like, no, this person would be in a better position here?
I mean, structurally, I think Blue Lock is just fundamentally like not even like correlative to real football. I don't think you should try to find like. I think to try to find actual real life football alignments there would be kind of silly, right? It's like, I don't know, you're not familiar with like Kuroko no Basket or whatever, but it would be like, for the people that are, it's like, yeah, dude, Kuroko. It would be like thinking Baki is representative of actual martial arts. You know what I mean? It is probably akin to that. It's like, dude, yes, if you clench your ass cheeks together on a Tuesday, you can too cleave a mountain in half. What, man?
I see.
Hit the heavy bag like the rest of us.
So, like, to some extent, you've had that experience, right? With like just like a different manga, right? Like, you play basketball and then you read Kuroko no Basket. Is it even? Do you just write off any kind of notion of like, oh, it's sort of like, or are you just like, it's pure fantasy, like it's battle shonen, but you know, basketball?
It's just like, I don't know. It's like, okay, you can kind of just acknowledge it's pure fantasy, but about that thing, I wouldn't say Baki is not a martial arts manga. It's just not true to life, right? Blue Lock is still a football manga. It's just not true to life. You know what I mean? It's not representative of reality. And to be completely honest with you, I would say most sports manga aren't.
I guess.
Yeah, like I would say I could probably count on one hand the amount of sports manga that I've read that I'm like, this is probably meant to be as close to like a real representation of like being a player in this youth league, in this whatever. And it's like, Aoshi, maybe, but I can't even say that because I'm not familiar enough with football to know that.
Gotcha.
Aoshi, Haikyuu, maybe Joe, and Haikyuu isn't even realistic like that, particularly. It's like just less overtly insane, in my opinion.
That's interesting. A realistic sports manga would be like super autism coded, which is cool. Togashi would do a great realistic sports manga. That's funny as hell, man. Well, okay, that's just like interesting little factoid.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
JJK time. JJK modulo. bit of a controversial chapter, folks. I think this is a. Is this the most controversial chapter since Gojo's death?
Jesus, bro, is everything just pre Gojo dying, post Gojo dying to you? There've been plenty of dude.
The ending?
Dude, most
Like
of
what?
JJK since then has been extremely controversial, man. Like
Like
that's
what?
that's like what the rest of the manga was.
To this level? I guess like
Mod-
Yuji not having a name domain.
Dude, modular. I would be very surprised if like modular. Dude, the simple domain chapter. Nobara coming back. Jesus Christ, man! There's a lot more manga than just Gojo dying. Holy fuck! Is this the most? Is this the craziest thing since Gojo died? Yo, bro, what do you think happened since then? Like the entire climax of the story.
I meant controversial, like to this scale, man. Like to see people discourse, like it is like it's an interesting thing to put into perspective. You know, I've been seeing murmurs, I've been hearing whispers. Like
So
we can
what
get to it at the
scale, though?
end,
Like,
right?
what do we think the scale is? A bunch of people on Twitter being upset about it? Like, I don't know. That happened every week. It's like okay, what about this is like is it national news modulo sucks? Like, or is it you know what I mean? But I'm like, because if it's just dude, you're seeing a lot of people on TikTok and Twitter ranting about it. It's like think and I'm not trying to be like an asshole. I'm just like being real serious for a second. Think about the last time in JJK Shinjuku where that wasn't happening.
But the end of JJK was like just like national news week to week.
That's
You
what I
know,
mean. That's what I'm saying, bro. Oh my god, so you're gonna climb Jacob's
like
ladder.
okay,
That's bullshit. Like, yeah, dude.
okay. Let me rephrase then. This was the first modulo chapter that had as much motion as like your average endgame JJK chapter, which felt like it stood out. Is that like more appropriate?
I don't know. I feel like Modulo kind of in terms of he's farming. Worse, I saw people was calling it corny and Disney, which is like what I had saw. I imagine when like leaks came out or whatever. But yeah, it's not even as controversial as Navarro's comeback. It's mildly more controversial than a lot of the Suka and Kaisen shit.
Mhm.
Um,
Like okay, do you want to just like talk about the sentiment, or do you just want to go through the chapter normally and discuss it briefly at the end?
I mean, I'm not too familiar with the sentiment. You can talk about it though. Like, it was something you wanted to talk about, right? Get it off your chest.
I mean, listen, man, because like there's a lot of people that blame leaks for this kind of on the offset, and to some extent that might be true, but it doesn't really change the structure of the chapter. And when it did get scanned, like when the TCB shit came out, it's not like anybody changed their minds, you know. It only sort of got worse, and I think today it's just continuing with the official release. Like the sentiment I've seen, and the sentiment even I had when I saw the chapter briefly was like, "Damn it, Gege again!" Like I've had some time to mull it over, and the conclusion I've come to for myself is like Gege is really good at getting to the right destination, but he does it in like a little like in a roundabout way. Like let me rephrase, because that's wrong. That's not correct. Gege does it in the most direct, no nonsense, no bathroom break, no scenic route way. Like he goes from point A to point B, and like maybe the car has windows sometimes for you to see what's out there. And like that kind of breakneck pace, that kind of like cutting to shit, like it's like a movie, is some shit that doesn't always land for a lot of people, and I can understand why, right? Like people wanted to see the end of the Dabura versus Maharaga fight because there was some cool shit there, right? Whether it was for I don't fucking know agenda or power scaling videos down the line, or just like because they thought it was cool. I don't think either any of those desires are invalid. You know, I think if you're a reader, you're entitled to feel how you want to feel about these things. You're entitled to expect what you want to expect. And I don't begrudge anybody being upset about Gege making some of these decisions, right? What does concern me, right, is like the notion of calling it bad writing when you just don't agree with the stylistic choice. And that's fine. Like that's not okay. I mean, like it sucks, right? It sucks that you don't like I don't agree with it that much, but like it's just some shit you kind of have to hold, because like it's not like Gege is betraying the themes of his story. It's not like he's betraying the themes of his character. It's not like he's betraying anything. Like nothing's out of pocket for Modulo.
Can I ask you something real quick? I'm actually like a genuine curiosity. What's the difference? Like I know there is one intuitively and implicitly, but like what's the difference between disagreeing with someone's writing choices and thinking that it's bad writing? Because like when I think something's bad writing, I'm like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that. That's the thought, right? And if I'm like, oh, I think this writing choice is a bad one, I wouldn't have done that, or I don't think that worked for the story. Functionally, how is that different from saying it's bad? I don't like this. I think you should have done something different versus I think this sucks. You should have done something different. What's the practical difference in that, you think?
I mean, there's no the simple answer for me is like there's no objective metric to hold the other person to. Like you could just have an opinion, you know, you could just think something sucks, and the only like there's no fact checking that. Like it's just how you feel. The other one kind of appeals, at least to me, like it has this current of like appealing to some kind of standard or higher power or whatever when it comes to fiction that I just don't think is there. Because even if you say, oh, I don't agree with that, it just means you would choose something different. Like you would make a different creative decision that is just as valid, right? Like it's sort of if it's not already, we're moving past like them already doing the ghostwriting thing that you also don't like, right? Like, oh, I could do that better, right? But it's also just like, what do you? There's no ethics board here, bro. Like, who are you reporting him to? Like that to me is the difference.
Yeah, I think the difference is perceived authority. I don't think you should do something different even if you disagree with me. I don't want all art to be exactly to my taste, and that's fair, right? Yeah. I guess it's just like not all art is to my taste.
You said you intuitively understood.
Yeah,
you know?
That's that. Right? Not all art is to my taste, but sometimes I watch something and think that wasn't for me, and sometimes I watch something and think that wasn't for me, and shit. And it's like, well, then what's the when you are perceiving the criticism, right? Not the one making it. When you're perceiving the criticism, how do you discern that? If two people are like, this sucks, and like the person we're looking at it on Twitter, right? And it's like, damn, bro, you just didn't like how it was written. It's like, nah, gang, I actually think the shit was structurally ass for X, Y, and Z reason. Is that significantly different than like, I think the shit was ass. You should have done X, Y, and Z thing. Like, it's like, one is more arrogant. One is probably like, dude, you couldn't write your way out of a paper bag, right? Bad writing sounds more objective. I think we just need to acknowledge that like writing is just like there's no like objective.
Yeah, there's no standard, but yeah, like I said, like there's nobody you're reporting it to, right? Like he's not getting graded on this.
Yeah.
Like,
yo, Big G,
it's
yo God, let me know what I got. Let me know what I got on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, like the other thing too is an opinion is some shit that you're just entitled to, right? Like it is some shit you could just get off about anything, you know? And the other one just isn't. Like, you're not entitled to go over there and give him, like, notes with fucking red Sharpie, you know? Like, it's...
I guess it's just like
there
this,
is
right?
like a...
Let's use an extreme example where everybody in here agrees. Sakamoto Days is bad. But if I said, hey, every single one of you that thinks Sakamoto Days is bad, you're wrong. It's just not to your taste. It's like, I know at least one of you is like, you're fucking wrong. It's objectively bad. But, like, why? Like, the reasons you would give to explain why Sakamoto Days is bad are on the basis of, I don't think it should be done this way. I don't think you should write things like this.
Alternatively, it could also be, let's say you ask 30 people, what do you think of the Sakamoto Days chapter, right? And all of them say it's ass, and then you ask them the reason, they have 30 different reasons. And nobody has the same exact reason. You end up in the same result, but also... they just have, like, it's all opinions, right? If they're like, dude, I don't like the way Osaragi put on her hair or some shit like that, is, like, just as valid as, like, I don't like that, like, he has lightning powers. Like, it can sound, like, crazy to you. It can sound dumb. It kind of is. But, like, generally speaking, that's, like, what I consider an opinion tier kind of reason for not liking something. But, like, the end result is, like, there is something about what was produced that just, like, is met with negativity, right? Like it just translates to, I had a negative experience with this thing, right? Like that's sort of like what it boils down to, right? And that we sort of get to a consensus of like, yeah, that shit was ass.
Yeah, and I guess I very rarely, and I do sometimes, but I very rarely decouple those. Right? Like typically, if I don't like something, I feel like it was for a reason. Now, if I don't love something, there's a lot of things there, right? If I don't love something, there's so many factors. The environment I read it in, how invested I was in it, yada, yada, yada. And those factors still exist in not liking something. But it's sort of like, if I don't like something and I think it's bad, it probably just obviously to me is bad, right? It's not like, oh, it wasn't for you. It's like, the filter already exists there. In going to see this particular movie, I already know if it's for me, right? It's for people. It's for humans, right? It's like I qualify, bro. And so it's like, yeah, Sakamoto is an interesting example of this because it is to my taste, but I think it's bad as One Piece. It's as bad as One Piece, which is inherently not to my taste. And it's like, and I feel you and I get you, right? And I would agree. The thing is just like, but why? And I think a lot of the reasons would be because it does this and this and this and this and this wrong. And
it's
like,
subjective, right?
yeah.
It's gonna vary from person to person, but there are some kind of like, maybe you could argue there is some kind of commonality, that some common denominator, some undercurrent in how the thing is made. Because otherwise, like, consensus wouldn't be a thing, right?
Yeah.
Like every opinion would just be scattered in a different million ways for everything. So there is some kind of like, I hesitate to say this, like, but I can't. Another word escapes me. Right? There is some kind of objectivity in expectation. Like, at the very least, you were all experiencing the same thing, right? Like, this is the same piece of media. How we internalize it, how we interpret it is going to be different. But like, generally, you can say, "I just had a bad experience," and somebody could be like, "Yeah, I had a bad experience too." Like, I'll give you another example, right? There's also like the tools of language, like how you express you don't like something as like another limitation. Let's say you and I go to a movie, right? And the movie is just paced terribly, right? The dialogue is off, the microphones are out of sync. Like, it is just an unpleasant movie to watch. You can say technically, objectively, it's awful. Like, it doesn't, the movie is bad at existing as a movie by every convention we deem like a bare minimum, right? There's no like board, like, again,
and that's
right?
That's what I mean, right? It's like, okay, how is that different than what Gege does? Just as an example, right? It's like, dude, these people probably think it's technically bad. They think, oh my god, you didn't show me this. You're an idiot. You put the gun on the table, and you didn't fucking shoot that shit. What are you doing?
Because they have some kind of preconceived notions about what should be. Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
notion,
the pacing being bad presupposes that like there is a ideal pacing. You know what I mean?
But to even know what pacing is, to even know to look out for it, is like, there's already like a massive difference in bias. Like, if somebody else, like the other person watching with you, is just like, oh man, it felt rushed, right? Or it felt blank. Like, they're basically observing the same thing, but they're using a different language. They're filtering through different means. And I just think that's like an interesting, like, that's a different aspect to it, right? If somebody's like, oh, this is rushed, and another person is like, it feels like Gege is skipping from this part of the story to this part of the story and assuming the reader is going to fill in the blanks. It's the same fucking observation.
It's the same observation,
yeah.
Right? It's just like, because I'm not really like trying to, I guess I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm just trying to like question a little bit, because it's like, okay, the person who says that's bad and the person who says that's good, right? It's like this, right? Oh, I should be able to understand what the author is saying and what they're conveying here. Why? Like, at a baseline, like when you're like, the pacing's bad, it feels rushed. What if I wanted you to feel rushed? What if the point is to feel rushed?
And I just didn't like it. Like that's what I
mean. Like,
because the only thing you're left with is your opinion. That is yeah. Like the only thing you have. That is the only thing you can rely on at the end of the day, right? Like, every other thing you have, like, is basically a gift, right? Like, even I just glanced at Hansel's note, and I'll read it in a second. But like, even if you were to say, oh yeah, this fails because it doesn't meet the author's like stated goals, right? You having that is like divine luck. It's a stroke of like a fucking a fortune, right? That you even know what those are, right? Like,
also, I'll be honest with you, like, as a motherfucker who says a lot of shit and says what I mean and a lot of other, it's like, dude, you don't fucking know what you're talking about. Like, it's crazy to say. It's like, dude, if you're an author talking about your series years after it's come out, like, what I meant is to do this, this, and this, dude, not to kill you or whatever, but I'm not gonna listen to what you have to say.
That's also another thing.
It's like, listen, dude, if you're like this, right? You interpret this character, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And the author's like, no, that's not real. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Hold my nuts on your face. Partially because it's like, what do you know? Gege says, dude, Gojo Satoru's name is Tim. Dude.
You're wrong.
I'll slap the shit out of you right now. Don't fucking play in my face. That nigga's name is not Tim, right? And it's like, dude, what I meant what I wanted this art to do was make you want to kill yourself. I loved it so much. I had 3 children, and they're reading it now. This is great art. Fuck what you wanted.
I love spreading life.
Yeah. I was like, yeah.
No, that's what it is. Like, there's so many like random factors, but there is some kind of general vibe to the whole thing, and we call this like great soup, like consensus, right?
Yeah.
And the consensus for this, at least maybe just the vocal minority, I don't have the numbers on it, right? So I can't prove it. But the consensus just seems to be like a little bit of displeasure or unsatisfaction with the chapter, right? People, I'll tell you the moments that I've seen people like generally like point, right? The reasons are scattered to some extent, like the hyper specific reasons, but generally it goes, they didn't like the pacing, they didn't like the Deborah fight wasn't shown, and they don't like the Disney Kaisen aspect at the end where they all hold hands, right? It's like generally the beats that like people disagree with this chapter, right? So what I can do is I can tell you what I didn't like this chapter, right? And we can kind of like extrapolate from there, get into your opinion, etc., right? So the initial thing that I felt was I understand why Gege would have made the decision he made, right? Just guessing, speculation. I understand, like, if you want to have this theme of like nothing really gets solved by fighting, there is like harmony should be like prioritized, right? Even if it's unsatisfying, even if it's not sexy. Cool. I kind of was rocking with this before. I didn't even disagree with you, but it's like you made this shit gas, right? Sorry. It's not on me that you made this shit fucking fun. Like, what do you want me to do, right? Like, you built me up here, and then you didn't give it to me. I feel unsatisfied. You're probably a genius for that. The raw, visceral feeling that I have is unsatisfaction, right? So you have to square away, or at least I'd have to square away. Intellectually, I understand it. I could even appreciate it. But, like, feeling-wise, my emotional investment, fuck you. Like, dude, I wanted to see the fight. And, like again, just to go meathead mode, you could have had both. You could have had your cake and eat it too, bro. You could have made this shit like a binding vow. You could have made Maru teleport him there when one of them was about to land a killing blow. You could have shown this last part of the fight. You could have shown more. God damn it. And like, I don't think it's a crazy ask for you to give us some kind of proper resolution. Like, dude, there are so many power scaling videos that are now ruined because of this. Again, meathead mode. There's so many power scaling videos you ruined for me, Gege. Now I have to hear a bunch of disclaimers for the next goddamn, like, 10 years when people are talking about Deborah versus Naruto. Statistically, one of my closest friends, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah,
like,
we don't know what his domain does, so it could be harmless.
Fucking God. Like, yep. Like, Maharaga could have just laughed at him, pissed on him. Like, dude, like, that's my meathead. Like, that is my hyper-specific reason for not liking the chapter, right? But I can get into that. Because I can hold these two thoughts at once. You know, this ain't my first rodeo, right? For a lot of other people, they don't even need to hold themselves to any standard. They can just hate it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, right, I'm okay. Like, it's a bitter pill, right? It is some shit that I'm like, I guess I get it. Cool. Guess you're brilliant. Fuck you. That was sort of my reaction with the chapter, and it still kind of is to some extent. But like, I wanted, goddamn it, Gege, you're good at writing hype moments in aura. My fucking bad for wanting you to keep giving me that.
I'll say this, right? Let me come to your, like, let me yes and you from a different angle, right?
Okay.
If your point is going to be that harmony comes from conversation, and for people this will be the case, right? But if your point is going to be that harmony comes from conversation and comes from an attempt at understanding and introspection, right? You have to be as good at writing that as you are at writing the hype moments in aura. If you aren't, there's an imbalance, right? What you're attempting to create thematically, there's a I don't know what the word would be this for long. There's a ludonarrative dissonance, right?
Yeah. Dusting that one off, bro. Classic.
Had to, right? It's like you're basically not walking the walk, right? If you're like, hey, listen, this is the thing you're supposed to index on. This is the thing you're supposed to focus on, right? And yet you make it the not because it's conversation, because one of the best chapters in JJ, most of the like excellent chapters in JJK, not most, I'll say a lot of them, don't rely very heavily on action. I think everybody kind of like agrees. What is it? 265 is like one of the best. That's Yuji kind of talking to Sukuna throughout that whole thing. We agree that's like one of the best chapters in JJK. And it's like, that's fine, right? I can vouch for myself. Like, I have a brain. I love Vinland Saga because Vinland Saga makes the lack of combat just as gripping and interesting and worth engaging with personally as the action, right? So when you're like, hey guys, violence isn't the answer, focus on this, I can take you seriously, because if you've done the work and you have the skill as an author to write that shit with this like with this particular like theme, you're basically, your writing chops match your theming, or they match your abilities, right? And it's like with Gege, sometimes, I don't know necessarily how I feel about this, and I'll kind of like get into it in a little bit, but it's like with Gege, a lot of people, it seems to be, dude, if you maybe made the peaceful parts cooler, more interesting, I'd fuck with it. You fucked it up because
you're so good. You're so good at writing fights.
It's just imbalanced, right?
And it's like, dude, like, be worse. Either be worse at your job, writing fights, or be better at your job writing peace.
Yeah.
Like, it's a give and take, right?
Yeah.
There's sort of, at least for me, like, there's sort of this understanding. There's like a mutual agreement, right, between me and like the author. It's like, bro, I give you my time, my energy, my effort, whatever, because there's some shit that you write that I fuck with heavy. And let's be honest, man, we don't want to look at the ratio on that because neither of us are going to be happy. So if you're ready to go out on your sword here, be ready for like some people to not fuck with it. And that's just some shit you got to hold.
I don't think Gege being
Like,
good at writing fights is a knock against his capacity for that, though. But I think him being better at writing fights is a knock against it when your theme is one of like conversation trumping violence, right? It's like when you're like, dude, listen, I want you to feel that violence isn't the answer. You made everything cool. And I'm not saying this in my opinion, but like, just to be hyperbolic for a second, you made everything cool. The fighting, your dialogue was shit. How did you think you were going to convey that? Not true with Gege, but just like it's an exaggerated, hyperbolized version of the feeling that I think people are explaining.
There was this conversation I had with Troop a while back where he was talking about a video essay that said something like, there's no such thing as a real anti-war movie because every like anti-war movie is still like kind of a good movie. Mm-hmm. And it inherently kind of glorifies it to some extent by showcasing it like brilliantly, right? Mm-hmm. Like there is some kind of like Faustian bargain or whatever. I'm probably using that wrong, but like there's some kind of exchange where you're such a good like technical director, right? That you show war in like a realistic, like brutal way, but in doing so, you still glorify it because you're still showing it in an artsy way, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So the only way to not really to like get the message across is to not make the movie is sort of like how the exercise goes. Mm-hmm. And I think there like a lesser version of that can be extended to Gege here. It's like write peace better. like maybe don't give him instant RCT and light speed.
It's not even that.
Give
him that. But why is this dialogue so boring? Why do I feel like I haven't learned? It's not even that the action is so cool. It's like, why? Chapter 236 is just a whole lot of talking. It is and it is one of the best chapters of the entire Gojo versus Sukuna fight. Why? Because Gege put his whole Gegusi into that dialogue, bro. That shit was fucking hard. I'm not someone who's so stupid as to be unable to appreciate Gege's ability to like write meaningful and interesting and moving dialogue. It's that in modulo, right? I'm not moved by the technical flaws in their strategy. You have to move me with something greater than that. And you just didn't, right? Which is like, you know, we're getting into my opinion territory, right? It's like, I think Draco was saying this. It's just a little like, it's a little boring, and it's a little boring in the way that I kind of expected it to be. Last week we were talking a little bit, right? And we were just like, yeah, the reason, and this is where I think we disagreed a little bit, right? But you were kind of expecting it to be a bit different than like you can't remove it from all humans across the globe. And I was like, I
Yeah.
think he's just not going to be able to remove it from all people across the globe, right?
Yeah, that
And
was
it's like one of those things to where it being so, it's like, Gege, you couldn't pull a rabbit out of a hat here, and so now I'm reading you say the thing I knew you were gonna say, in a very convoluted way, which sometimes is cool. Sometimes I like the convolution. In this instance, I'm like not particularly interested in it, right? This aspect of it, this element of it, doesn't feel super duper fascinating, in my opinion, right? Not technically, not like character wise, not thematically. Like I like seeing Dabura here. I'll be real with you, right? I'll take the stance, the virtue signaling stance that says, hey, dude, I didn't mind that Dabura versus Maharaga got off screen, right? And that motherfucker could sign my paychecks, right? I as a reader don't really mind. Cool. We saw a lot of cool shit from Dabura versus Maharaga. All right, Gege, you can rest. Bet.
I'll take it from here.
Dust your shoulders off, man. Relax a little bit. I just think that like a lot of this, it feels like in a story from an author that is very capable of hitting you with gut punches emotionally. These past few chapters culminating in this is like it rings so hollow, right? It feels like very little was lost, and it feels like very little emotionally was gained.
I'll be honest with you, man. Like, if not for the Dabura Maharaga stuff, there's a part of me that like would still have a problem with this chapter because like I don't like it, like what I was under the assumption that like they were talking about the world from the jump. Like this was like so stupid. Like it was so stupid. I didn't like it. I'm like catching myself, right? I didn't like it because I kind of got it, like the implication I took was like, oh yeah, this is some shit you could do to the world. Two, obviously you have to do this, right? Because like the reader, maybe it's just like us being a fucking JJK podcast, right? But it's like everybody knows about like sorcerers or like cursed spirits or cursed energy leakage in the rest of the world. Like the shit with Tennian's barriers, like Japan having a monopoly on cursed energy, basically. Like everybody, like Miguel was there. Like we remember, like bro, that wasn't that long ago. Like it was almost like a pre. I guess like I took for granted, like of course Gege wouldn't mean just Japan. Like it was so obvious because like the whole like the like gap in logic is so obvious.
And that's like I've said this before. I've said this on the pod before, right? And I'm like, listen, when Gege's in his element, he's a fucking demon because what he's really good at doing is pulling the rug from under you in a way that's like, damn, that's good. But a feeling that I have, especially as we start getting closer to conclusions, is that the simplest answer is always the one he goes for. Is Yuji gonna stab Sukuna in the back with the fucking blade with the executioner sword? Of course not. Is Sukuna gonna die and be evaporated by Angel's Jacob's ladder? Of fucking course he isn't. He can't die here. We haven't rung enough narrative from him. And so in this, I was like, yes, dude, if the problem is that cursed spirits will still be born because eliminating cursed energy won't work, what is the simplest reason as to why that'd be the case? Because they're not eliminating all cursed energy ever. They're just doing it in Japanese citizens. Right?
And it's just like, I guess, like sure, like it's it be like to me it's this kind of mental because the way I always perceive Gege doing this is like, why do you keep going for a passing score when you can ace the test? Like that's the shit that fries me because it's so frustrating, right? Because Gege never does anything that's like, to me, awful, right? Like that's why even this chapter is like sort of this like bitter pill because I'm like, you didn't do anything technically wrong. You didn't execute it poorly. You got a passing grade, but dude, I really thought you were going to be my star student. Like, I really thought I was going to put you on the dean's list. You got to see how. Like, where was the disconnect for me?
Yeah, and I agree with Draco, right? I'd be a lot more cool with the Dabura Maharaga off screen if what we got didn't feel like jargon to me, and for such a significant character to get less than half a chapter to seemingly exist I wanted it
Exit.
expected to be moved. It's just like this, right? It's not that. And to me, Debur Maharaga getting off screen is kind of like whatever. Would have been dope to see it. Yeah, I'm not gonna like pretend. I'm not gonna pretend I didn't really like that fight. It's just more to say, it. That's easy for me. That's not even really too much of a hard pill to swallow. It's just like, yeah, cool. It's that what's happening is it's primarily technical aspects, not character ones. I love the technical aspects of JJK. I love talking about it. I could talk about it forever. This is so straightforward and boring. I feel like I haven't learned that much new about how the way that the world functions, right? We know that cursed spirits overseas accumulate into being a lot stronger because it accumulates slower and it doesn't have places to disperse. And we learned that humans need cursed energy because like without cursed energy entirely, unless you're a heavenly restriction, it fucks up. Like you need it to metabolize properly. Okay, cool. Right?
Like, sure.
That's it.
I guess.
And it's like, and that's like, those are two things I've left knowing. And it's like, and yet there's still so much here. And I don't feel.
And the soul colors was like the other big thing. With the
yeah, and I was
like Italians, like I guess, man. Like, sure, right? Like, it's again one of those things where it's like nothing technically is wrong, right? Like it's a reasonable explanation. It doesn't like there's no holes in it. There's no like there's nothing he did that like took away from what was established. It is just like it's almost like the safest possible payoff. And that's the shit that kind of fucks with me because I guess like you sort of get into the expectation with Gege and the way he at least writes fights because I think that's the part. You know what? Let me diagnose it, right? Like for me, like Gege is really good at like surprising and like shocking and like being brilliant around his fights. Just like he's in his element there, right? But when it comes to these like plot revelations, like you said, he almost always goes for the obvious like explanation. It's like it's so goddamn safe. And I don't get it, right? Because if they were fighting, and like this is part of the problem with like Modulo being like an anti-fighting like kind of manga. Like if they were fighting, I call it like a fucking speculation on my part. I don't think Gege would have done. I think he would have just done a better job. Like I think I would have felt more. I think it would have been more satisfying. I think it would have been brilliant. I would have said, "Oh, dude, this cinema," but like something about this, man, like it's so underwhelming.
Yeah.
And just that's not what I expect from him.
Yeah, low-key kind of crazy that Callians do just attack anything that isn't them in the room or upset that people don't like them. That shit is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Ichi being like, oh, so they just don't have a reason to attack the civilians. That's funny. Cool.
Yeah. Gege has Fujimoto level unpredictability, yet he plays it as straight as Tabata when it comes to the main plot. It's not that he plays it like I'm not gonna sit here and disrespect Gege and be like say the Megana reveal wasn't some shit that had me like actually like, crying, right? It's not that he's a fucking incompetent writer incapable of doing this. So it's just like, man, when it's prime time, when it's clutch time, it's like, damn, Gege, I know you're going to go for something that seems pretty simple. You're going to go for that straight punch. And it's like, fuck. Dude, okay, cool.
He's like... Yeah. If he was in charge of Blue Lock, he would just be like, dude, you're up to park the bus. Park the bus.
dude. Yeah, dude. Fuck, man. Oh, shit. It'd be like this. This is what it feels like, right? Cliffhanger. You know, Isagi's about to score. And then all that happens is Isagi scores a direct shot next chapter. It's like, okay... You didn't want to get a new evolved weapon. It's not just... It's like, okay, Harmony, great, cool. Gege, I'm not mad that we made that go through. It's just like, damn, it was actually just what I said? Really? Okay.
So why was the last page a double spread? Like, why do that? Dude, why? You're killing me. Because, like, okay, it's like, dude, he'll get my adrenaline pumping, and then the next chapter will drop, and it'll be like, dude, what? Why are you looking at me crazy? He got the goal in. I know. But he also used an RPG. Like, where did that go? In the net. Cool. Thanks. Awesome.
Yeah.
No two gun, no stealing a nest pass, just the same old right foot direct shot.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. Let me ask you, if not for the low lights or whatever, right? What did you think of the chapter? Like putting the Dabura stuff aside, right? Like, because for me, like the soul color thing and like the revelation about Japan, like that's still a knock for me. Like it doesn't.
Pretty
It
boring.
only aggravates the symptom.
To me, like, so people are feeling disappointment, dissatisfaction. That's what I'm feeling, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
just feeling like kind of bored, like a little bit. It's just not very interesting. Honestly, is the best way I could describe it. Like, I'm trying to find the words, by which to explain why, because it's not like a dissatisfaction comes from having like these high expectations, being like, oh man, they were subverted, or being invested and they were like, damn dude, I feel like my investment was wasted. That's not really the feeling, right? Because I wasn't as emotionally invested in module as I was in JJK proper. Cool. And it's like it's just kind of boring. um and it's like, oh, why is that? And I feel like it's just a lot of this goes in such a straightforward direction, and it's not even delivered. Once again, I don't feel like Yuji is offering a wisdom that I feel emotionally moved by, right? I don't feel as if Maru is getting to reflect on everything, his perspective as a warrior up to this point. Or Cross is seeing this and being proud, or Tsurugi is like happy that he made his decision to not, slime Maru out, or fucking Yuka, a character who I'm surprised people don't get mad at. I'm not gonna like be all like get mad at whatever. I'm just more like, Gege, you're so
They
funny,
gave
dude.
Nobara a lot of shit, bro.
I'm
They
just,
gave
I'm
Nobara.
just listen. The reason I say that, right, it's just like, because we gone to the days where we're doing the Gege's misogynist thing. I'm just saying, like, man, dude, listen. That's all I'll say. Like, I feel like y'all gotta get me. I hope y'all gotta get me. Cause like, bro, you gave Tsurugi the Maki and Yuta shit. Really? He got both, bro. They started out the series being like, I want to be like Maki, I want to be like Yuta, and Tsurugi ended up with both things. Is that a story criticism? It's one of those things like with Kenjaku, right? If someone was like, dude, that pissed me off, I'd be like, cool. I don't
I get it.
personally care. But if you're asking me, does that piss me off? Nah, not really. I don't care. But like,
So, but like the problem is that's a bad thing, then, right? Like you're supposed to
sure.
care. Okay, all due respect, bro. Like Gege not making you care more can be considered a failing.
Yeah, I'm not,
Like
and we've had this discussion too, right? We've had this discussion too. I'm not saying me not caring is not giving Gege like a pass or whatever. I'm just saying like the indifference allows me to just like kind of view it a little bit more on the face of it without the emotional rigmarole kind of confusing it. And I'm like, and without that, I just feel like it's kind of whatever. It's like fine. It's just not particularly interesting. It's kind of what I feel like this chapter is. Um, Jargon is a good word that Draco used, and it feels accurate.
just a lot of yapping, man. Like it's fucking it. The soul color thing, like I'm kind of harping on it because like Yuji's idea was just, why don't you ask a Kalon if you can communicate with them? And then B, Maru's response was, oh shit, let me try. And I don't know, like fine, okay, you could argue his technique wasn't as developed. You can even argue like he was stuck or immature or whatever. It's just like Yuji's role as a mentor. Like there's a lot of ways you can explain it, and that's sort of like the Gege isms that frustrate me. Is that there's no obvious like it's not a plot hole, right? He doesn't really have those as much. It's just he always picks like the least interesting way to explain something, and it's never a contradiction. It's never a contradiction. It's never like really random, but it is like, so they smell different. Okay.
Yeah, no. So
Sure.
the ritual was interrupted. Maru sent Dabura and his sister to back to their home world so that the ritual was concluded. Um,
Mhm.
and then Maru healed Yuka by using by like activating idle transfiguration.
Mhm.
Presumably, that's the way
I've
I
never
interpret it. Um,
I've never felt this many technicalities with a story, man. Like technically Deborah had a complete character arc. Technically the themes were like met and seen through. Technically the fight was good. Like it's just like fuck, dude. Why do I feel like I'm grading a paper? Like, sure.
yeah.
You didn't use AI. Nice.
I don't know about ungracefully. She did go out swinging. Yuka did not go out swinging, gang. Like
She was
I think
technically
here's the thing, right? People are like she used pseudo 10 shadows like Sukuna and found a way to dodge Raga. She had claws, and by dodging Maharaga, you mean plopping into her dodging Maharaga had as much value as Megumi getting hit by Maharaga, which is to say, if the ritual ended, she still would have died. She didn't avoid shit, right? The state of suspended animation like still happens. Um,
like
it's
she
like
was the whole thing was that she was gonna die either way. And like there's a couple chapters left. I don't think we got a hard amount, right? On like the
three
exact number,
months
like two or
or
three.
6 months, 3 volumes. So I my guess is next chapter is the last chapter. That is my guess. We could get more, but that's just my that's what.
Let's just say one or two, right?
Mhm.
I it's sort of like okay, well, what do we do now, right?
Mhm.
And the if I was to kind of like if I was to make an educated guess based off of like how Yeye seems to choose writing,
Mhm.
it's just explain this. Like all this interpretation, all the speculation, just confirming it, right? Like, oh man, I wanted Deborah like to live a fulfilled life and not have to worry about it or die for like blah blah blah, right? And I wanted to harmonize with humans so they could give us this. Like, I think it's just going to be exposition, and then they're just going to be like, this truly was our Jujutsu Kaisen. Which, by the way, like to kind of touch on that note, I don't know how to feel about that. Jesus Christ, I don't know how to feel about that personally,
Mhm.
because like on one hand, I guess like it's not the wrong place that Gege was set. Like I said, right? It doesn't seem like it's not coming out of nowhere. It seems like that's what Gege was always setting up for.
Mhm.
But like, what do you? You're taking me to a destination that I don't want to go. I guess like,
I just
oh
hope
yeah,
for
a
a
water park.
Tsurugi. I hope for a dual sibling conversation. That's all I hope for. I hope that Gege gives us some Maru crosstalk, some cross Yuka talk, some Tsurugi Yuka talk, some Tsurugi Maru talk. That's all I want, to be honest with you. I don't really need anything else, personally speaking. I
Rose
don't
begging for basic characterization.
I don't
God.
I don't really need to hear about Yuji's like his contingency plans. I guess that's nice. Like I that's fine, cool. With Gege, to me it's fine. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, Gege, I know what you are. I know who you are. You don't have to like elaborate on like every fine thing in detail you mentioned. Cool, leave some of it as a mystery. That can I just have like the interesting parts, please? Thank you. Um, because I feel like
We
this is an example of an author just not picking the interesting parts to talk about for a limited run.
mm,
Like this is cool if we get this is cool if Modulo isn't a limited run series. This amount of
mm,
focus on the nature of like how the power works and like how the elimination of curse energy does its thing is cool. But it's just like I feel like um a lot of times when people complain about Gege making techniques complex or like abilities complex, it's to no. They're saying it's to no end, right? He's just doing it to do it, and I don't really agree, right? I think projection sorcery is like a complex
mm,
ability, for example, complex because it
mm.
adds to the choreography, it adds to the fighting, it makes it more interesting. It serves a
It
purpose.
also explains the limitations of the
Yeah.
characters.
For this, it doesn't really feel like that. It doesn't feel like knowing this impacts my ability to engage with or move with the series. Um, it just kind of it just is information. It feels like some wiki shit, right? It feel you know that trope where like the person who like world builds and world builds and world builds forever before writing something. It feels like this is
Yeah.
some of that. It's like Giga, you just had to get that in here, didn't you? I don't really care though, bro. This is not that doesn't do much for me when I know you're not gonna
Like,
utilize it that much.
dude,
Like, dude, fucking and listen, it's a little
you
early.
got another speaking line.
This is a little early because like I know the story isn't technically over yet, right? But do you remember when that shit about AI came up in chapter like 2, and I was like, Gege is going to bring this up briefly from a character, and we're never gonna revisit it ever, 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 right? It is just flavor text, cool, right? It's when I think it's chapter 2 when they're talking to that dude who had captured Tsurugi or whatever, right? And I distinctly remember him talking about like some AI shit. And I was like, man, I wonder if Gege's gonna talk about that. Nah, he's not. And it was just like interesting.
Especially from government. Sorry, especially from government offices that are scrambling to maintain their systems without reconfiguring them after the AI regulations were
Which
put
is,
into place.
by the way,
It's just
before people get mad, I'm not saying I care that Gege didn't cover it. It's just like
it's an example.
the path of being a JJK fan is realizing that you have to let some of these things go, right? Cool. It's just like some of the things. It's like Gege, when you're so brief with other things, it's quite confusing, aggravating, or annoying when you are really hammering in these like more boring concepts. It's like, dude, I refuse to elaborate on X. Let me tell you, however, about my favorite character, Glub Shido. Bro, I don't care about Glub Shido, man. Leave me alone. I don't really care.
It's Glub Shido.
It's
What do you think? Is that what you think I'm gonna do?
It's
Like,
Glub Shido, and I don't think you understand, right? Specifically, his DNA and chromosomes are made in like a different way than you and ours. And it's like, okay, dude, Gege, honestly,
it's Hashirama cell.
And I'll be real, bro. I'll be real. I fucking love you when you do it for the cool shit, right? I love you when you give me like a 3-page exposition about some cool ability. Yes, dude. I love that. Let me know more about how these characters work because their powers are like very important. They're prescient. They're normal, right? Not normal. They're like they're going to be something that continues to be the case. Oh my God, Sukuna's painting on air. It's an open barrier domain that he's able to like. Hell yeah, because I know you're gonna do some shit with that. No, never mind. My fault. I think it's interesting making him in the minority, and that's fair, right? Like everybody's gonna have a different perspective on it. To me, it's just like it's so boring because a lot of it is either like rudimentary or just like okay. What was it that Draco had said earlier? Gege, you introduced this concept to me like 2 chapters ago. I don't even have time to care about it.
Excuse me. Like, dude. Gege is such an interesting author because reading his work is like you'll feel every emotion under the sun, right? Including like overtly negative ones. And it's so odd because like when he's at his best, dude, he's one of the best. And when he's at his worst, it's almost the feeling of being betrayed, you know? Like, dude, I trusted you. Like you weren't supposed to do this to me. And it's not like, oh, you killed my favorite character or whatever. That's just like, we'll call that like, cost of doing business, right? It's like, why the time skip? Like, you know what I mean? It's that kind of moment. It's like, okay, so the colors are different. Like, I feel like you could have established that, right? Like it's not a huge thing, right? It's sort of like if the explanation is so simple, why wasn't it there's like oh, you know what's a great example? You know the one that always comes to mind for me, like the story decision. I think one of the worst story decisions Gege's ever made, or at least the ones one of the ones I hated the most, like genuinely fucking hated, and I still kind of do, is nobody telling about Sukuna's open barrier, specifically just like anybody who's like Choso, right? Not Kinjaku's open barrier, not Sukuna's open barrier. Like that shit really does bug me because there's no reason that they couldn't have told Gojo and for him to still lose anyway. There's no reason for Gojo to like not know what to do. Like it's one of those things that like actually detracts from the story for me, right? I genuinely think less of the Gojo versus Sukuna fight because of that, right? It's like it's not a huge like fucking black mark, but it is like a blemish. And there are little moments like that that pile up at different moments in the series. But like Gege always kind of delivering on the emotional beat to some extent, squared it away. But I remember you saying this line once, and it's some shit that I think I've grown to appreciate more. You were like, "Yeah, I love JJK, but it'll never be a 10."
Hmm.
Shit like that, it's shit like that is the reason why for me.
It's not that it's uninteresting
Yeah.
for me, but if you only got a couple of chapters left, it should be lower on your priorities. Yeah, I mean it's both. It's like Gege, you're the author, right? You want to include it, but it's like, damn, this is the most wanted list. Um, hmm.
Yeah. Gojo not being aware was crazy, but also it being not known in general was crazy. Gojo not winning means they'd have to fight him. And withholding such valuable info is jokes, kind of is. Like I just
And like to me, okay, so
it's sort of
like -0, and this is where we differ, right? Because it's like it's not the worst thing he's done, but it reminds me of him describing why there's a grasshopper curse. Like, dog, we didn't need that for fodder. And it's like, dude, to me, I love that shit. I eat that shit up because it's like so inconsequential. It's just like, bam, bro. You hype up the curse to hype up Yuji. Hell yeah. It's like this is yeah. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see. For me, and I say this as a walking JJK wiki, the concepts are always secondary to the characters. It's always been the priority from my perspective. My main problem is about the presentation. That is the main problem here. Yeah.
like I don't know, man. Like I hear okay, and maybe this is just me being too fucking like sensitive about this, right? I hear you of all people say like you didn't give that much of a crap about Modulo compared to the original series, and that's like to me that's an existential problem, right? Like you're not my friend for like 30 seconds, right? Just thinking of you as Broken Ronin exclusively, right? That's a crazy indictment on Modulo, you know? Like it is such a bizarre it's such a bizarre reflection on like the state it exists in, especially because Gaius had a year to plan it, right? He was under like no real constraints as far as we know. Like he wasn't even the guy drawing it this time, right? Like you would think on paper every major grievance somebody had about like the way JJK like the original JJK was structured would be solved in some respect by Modulo being what it was. Like all the pieces were there, and it's just like just why couldn't it close?
Like Yuji's overall impact on the story was like, I guess cool. Like I kind of just feel bad for the guy, which I'm not sure if that's what I wanted necessarily in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know. You've been uncharacteristically quiet.
For me, I don't know. Like it would be hard to like you had asked me a while ago. I think when it was like really picking up, 8, 9, 10, or whatever. If Modulo could ever be like better than JJK to me, I was like,
Hmm?
no. Even if every chapter he wrote was succinctly like perfect, it just couldn't
That
be. And
seems fucking stupid now.
it's fine, bro. Um, it was to me like it was a not a silly question, but it was a question that like had a definite answer, which is like some of it is just time. Modulo still JJK. Yeah, sure. Like obviously you know what I mean though, because
Mm.
you're calling it modulo and not just Jujutsu Kaisen, right? It's like the acknowledgement, like modulo is JJK. Yes, you're calling it a different thing. You know the segment, but in any case, right? It's like one of those things to where, yeah, was I emotionally invested in JJK? Fuck no. Was that even really possible or reasonable? Fuck no, right? Not really. But I still liked it. It's just there's an element of knowing that you are reading a manga that has a very limited run, that has very limited intentions, and you know what kind of author Gege is. you gotta kind of rein that shit in personally, just so you don't get hurt, goofy style. And it's like, this is like, yeah, I don't know. I would have much rather it be a more personally interesting conclusion, right? But it is like a very, in many ways at least, a very gay one. You know what I mean?
Sure, but what's that really worth, right? It like because like for me, it's sort of like saying, "Oh, but it's a gay one." I understand the sentiment, right? But maybe I'm just too jaded about the topic.
You take it to mean that I'm ascribing it like some sort of like positive value. I'm not. It's just an assess. It's like saying water is wet, right? It's not like it's good. It's like saying fire's hot. I'll do a less controversial one, right?
Okay.
It's I'm not saying it's good that fire can be warm, right? Fire can be light. Fire can be good for village, right? Fire can be this. It can also burn down an entire forest. It's like it's not there's no moral value being ascribed here. It just is itself. I'm saying like this is when you're asking me like, damn bro, that's like an existential indictment of the series. I'm like, I don't really think so. I think the wheel spun, bro. I think in a lot of respects there's some element of, damn Gege, I kind of know your game and you're even more constrained in certain respects now. I fuck with you sort of take what you can, and this is just me, right? You sort of take what you can from the things that he writes that are interesting about it, right? Which is like concise, good characters in like in this small, compact package, right? 3 chapters, bam, and I love a character. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, I fuck with that. And then you gotta like, yeah, bro, you take that, and then you take the dude. Yes, we spent 2 chapters talking about like how mechanically we're going to remove cursed energy from the world, but only kinda, right? And it's like, hell yeah, okay, all right, sure, right? That's kind of where it's led me, and it's like you're like, dude, is that a good thing? I'm like I don't know. It's just what I expected. You know what I mean?
It's not. I don't think that's a good thing,
Yeah,
right?
and that's
Like,
fine. It's like for me, it's decoupled from that. It's like, dude, I wish this broccoli would taste better. And it's like, I would, when I was a baby, I would agree with you, right? But it's like, dude, I know what broccoli tastes like. It was always going to taste like this. There was no other taste. I happen to fuck with it, right? I'm like, is it pizza? Nah. But I fuck with it. You know what I mean?
I, I mean, sure, right? But like, to me, it feels both a condescending to Gege to some extent, but also just like
I mean, if I said
kind
Tabata's
of.
writing a new story, what do you expect? These are both grown ass men who write manga. Expecting what they've
Yeah,
shown you in the past is more than reasonable, in my opinion.
it is, right? But like Gege, maybe this is like a hot take, right? I just think Gege wrote differently. Like, okay, we even make the joke a lot, right? With Shibuya Gege and Calling Games Gege, right? Like, it feels different. It's structured differently, right? Like, he was just, it's the same guy, right? But he
Same
set
guy.
different expectations.
Same guy. You're asking for different shit, right? Listen. I said this with the Kagurabachi, right? Writing is not a monolith. Because you're good at writing a particular thing does not mean you're good at writing everything, right? Um. So let me think. Okay,
You did the narration boxes.
the narration box is a great example, but yeah, Hokuzono, lame ass narration boxes, right? I love his writing. How do you square away these things? Oh, Hokuzono is like good at certain shit, right? Like The Promised Neverland has a fucking phenomenal introduction arc. Oh my god.
Mm.
Oh my god. Everything else is like okay to kind of ass, right? Um it's like to me, being like, dude, Shibuya Gege was on one is like fair, but I'm like, yeah, Shibuya Gege is writing a different act of the story. Setting more shit up, I won't even say it's easier or harder, but setting shit up is a different skill than paying it off. When we're talking about, dude, Shibuya Gege was crazy, right? If that's the sentiment, what you're saying is Gege he has pristine abilities to set expectations and to conjure hype. If you're like, damn,
Hmm.
Shinjuku Showdown conclusion Gege wasn't as good then and now. What's the correlating thing? Probably the fact that he probably has a much harder time with writing conclusions, at least in your opinion, right? Like it's like if every time Gege writes something, you like its setup, it's climax, but don't like it as it's falling off. Maybe you don't like.
Maybe it's on me.
Not even that. It's not on you. It's just, hey, bro, you're willing to say Urasawa's a great writer who can't write his way out of a paper bag. Why can't you just say that about Gege for yourself? You know what I mean?
Because like
he didn't like either
conclusion of Shibuya, phenomenal, right? Conclusion of also great,
you
right?
Like the conclusion
but
of
like
JJK?
Yeah, like okay. I like like I said, I like the destination. The problem with me and Gege, the problem I have with Gege is not he gets to the right place, but like I said, he just takes the fastest, most direct route there with no windows.
Can I be honest?
It's like taking it's like taking a fucking jet plane with no windows to your destination. That's what it feels like. It's like, yeah, dude, I got here. Damn. Like, did it have to be a fucking metal box the entire way here?
I'll be real. Writing more than the destination, in my opinion, is about how you get there. That's a majority of it. Being like, because to me, the destination is just a concept, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, and then they end and they all hold hands and clap. Can either be ass or great, depending on what happens to get there. Just the story ending with Yuji, telling this guy to go ahead, right? He's following up Gojo's whim. He's being the strongest in his own way. It's just on its own a neutral thing. It just is. If Yuji, in one universe, he does the thing that we see in JJK proper, right? In the other, he literally eats cow manure, wipes it off his face, and is like, yeah, bro, go do that thing or whatever. The destination, the ending is the same place. I'm saying that the writing is the way you get there. It's like
that's where my conflict comes in, right? Because like I don't say I love it, like it's perfect 10 out of 10 because I was in a fucking windowless jet, dude. I was going Mach 3 in the middle of a fucking like black box, right? Like, but hey man, destination is beautiful. Don't appreciate the trip to get here. I'm giving you like a 3 out of 5 rating.
And it's like, hey, but to me, those things are like, it's kind of like this, right? I flew around in the box and I'm getting battered. So yeah, dude, I'm looking out on the white sandy beaches of Jamaica, but everything in me's broken. No, my vacation wasn't cool. Right? You can't, it's like, just because the place I got to looked beautiful, dude, every bone in my body was ground to dust. I don't give a fuck. I actually don't give a fuck. Dude, this is Atlantis. Nigga, so? Can I...
So maybe I'm giving Gege some credit by saying that, right? Because, like, I can square away a lot of the shit he does. This is my version of coping, right? We'll call it coping. This is my version of coping is I can work backwards and understand what he's trying to do and can appreciate the attempt and still feel like, even this chapter, right? And still feel the bitterness, like the visceral bitterness of, like, not feeling satisfied with, like, damn, it's not really what I was looking for. It's not what I wanted. Guess it sucks. Like, it sucks that I had expectations that, you'd give me that. Like, it's sort of like, okay, I don't want to feel cheated as a reader, right? I don't want to feel like, oh fuck, dude, I should have remembered you're a piece of shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's sort of like, damn, bro, shoulder some of the blame here. Fuck you. I appreciate, again, intellectually appreciate it. Like you said, I need to be in a full body cast. Like, the only Jamaican sun I'm seeing is in the windows of my hospital room.
Yeah.
Like, it just sucks though. Like, it's just sort of like where we land.
I feel that, bro. It's just like, dude, Gege hits me. I knew Gege was gonna hit me. But dude, those 3 days where we were just riding out on the town. It was just me and him. Where we felt unstoppable. I looked into his eyes, he looked into mine, right? Lovingly. It felt like time would just
We
stop,
can do this forever.
right? And it's like, dude, I say yes, but I know the answer is no, right? I know what follows this is like the most brutal beating of my life. I know I'm in an abusive relationship, but I can't leave, right? I'm stuck. He's got
Like,
me, right?
dude,
He's hot and he's
I
cold,
know
and
that's not worth calling.
dude, he's hot and he's cold, and what I really need is like some tepid weather, right? What's really good for me is like a calm, dude, I'm a country mouse at heart, right? But Gege, he's a city mouse, bro, and he's got me excited. And I'm just riding on the town with him. I know how this story ends, right? It ends up with me dead in a ditch and him driving off to pick up another country mouse. I'm not mad at it when I end up in the ditch. Nigga, I knew where I was going. And I'm like, I'm not mad at you for being like, dude, I didn't want to end up in the ditch. I didn't think I was going to end up there again. But I'm like, bro, he's already good. He's already been fucking hitting me. But I know for me, it's like, it's worth it, bro. Low key, get me back in that fucking car, Gege. If you tell me Gege writes JJK3, dude, and you say the ending is going to suck ass, I'm like, you know what, bro? Let me put some ice on
Tell
this
Sig
shit.
what I think of.
Let me put some. It's not even. It's like, dude, let me put some ice on this shit, man. Hell yeah, fucking.
Like, I
hurt me
guess,
again,
but like,
gay.
okay,
Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of how it feels.
people have been speculating. We can get into this discourse, right? People have been speculating. This could just be that this is all set for JJK3, right? I don't think so, but let's say for fun, right? That this is right. Module ends with Yuji will return in Avengers Doomsday or some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do this for it. Cool. Ending's ass. We're right back in this position. The only difference would be okay, Gege. I don't think I'm placing. I'm giving you the same seal that I gave Urasawa, right? The same curse. You can't end your way out of a paper bag. Boom, right? Like, I'm here for the ride. I'll be fucking. I'm all set to go. The second you're like one chapter left, fuck you. Let me just pre-move the 0 for you.
Let me pre-move the 0. It's crazy work.
Like, but is that sort of like where we end up, man?
I don't know. It's just like, yeah, it's just where we get, man. It's where I know. It's where I know this bro is gonna go. JJK3 will be written with Mahito returning. Ronin's dumbass. I didn't even say that, by the way.
Too bad endings fool me once. Shame on me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, someone asked, like, but BR, you like one shots? Why not this? To me, a limited series is like, it's not taking advantage of the one shot being a complete package story given to you all at once, and it's also not taking advantage of a long serialization. Personally,
Like the worst of both worlds.
it's like it has some strong elements, right? You can guarantee a consistent quality. It's longer than a one shot. That's nice. It's just like, it's a one shot is special and important because it's like you're given the entire character arc, the entire feeling in one go. Bam. A serialization is good because it's the long storytelling nature, right? It's just kind of, gets, it's not really that it gets the worst of both worlds. It just doesn't maximize either. It's like you kind of get some of that like community serial longer form storytelling aspect, and you also kind of get some of the brevity that comes with a one shot without really fully maximally using either thing. And so it's like, cool. It's aight.
Yes. Either way, I think we kind of get to the conclusion, right?
$5.
This could be
$5. That's my score.
Oh, 5. Oh. Before that, I was gonna say, like, I think next week is probably gonna be when the last chapter is really. It's probably when we're gonna have that like overarching review of Modulo. At least for me, just giving it some time to simmer with everything kind of before us. But like, I think this chapter is just like such a bummer, man. Like, it's some shit that, like, call me crazy, but I don't like coming home with bruises. you know, like maybe I'm just all radical. I'm just the fucking maverick that way, bro.
Mhm.
Like I'm not a fan of like, oh man, I hope I have ice in the fridge again. Like I just emptied it.
Here's what I'd say to you then, right? Gege is, we'll use this analogy, right? Gege has a pompadour. He's wearing a leather jacket. He's a biker. He's a dickhead. I tell you, hey, bro. By the way, 2 years ago, you came back nearly dead. I dragged you to the hospital, right? You survived. You've been good. You haven't made contact. You went no contact with him, right? I tell you, he's no good for you, Creams. He's no good for you. Apparently, I'm your fucking like parent here, right?
Yeah. By the way,
He's
you're
no.
with him too.
Yeah, but don't
Like
worry about that. But I'm not complaining about the bruises, right? I'm fine with getting my ass beat. That's fine, right? He's no good for you. He's no good for you. And I'm telling you, he's going to beat the fuck out of you. And you say,
Jesus.
dude, I don't want to come back with bruises. And you get on that motorcycle with Gege. You come back with bruises. Listen, dude, you were manipulated, sure, I guess. But you got on the motorcycle with Mr. Bruise Man. It's like, dude,
It's in his name.
gets
No, I get
to a
it.
point where I'm like, listen, I'm not victim
Look
blame.
inward.
I'm
No, I
not
get
gonna
it.
victim
I
blame.
get it.
He's still the dickhead in this analogy. But damn, bro, we don't like. There's other. Dude, there are some people that just ride regular bikes, not motorized.
I get it. It's a big blame pie. There's some for me. I get it. I get it. Like I can nibble.
Uh-huh.
And that's some shit I just gotta reconcile with myself. And
But like, for
like,
example,
you
if
know,
Gege drops another series, are you gonna read it?
if it's a JJK part 3, yeah.
It's like then you didn't learn your lesson, bro. You still
And neither did you, bro. Like
I did though. I learned that he's gonna hurt me, so I might as well just enjoy the good times, bro. This is not my forever partner, bro. This isn't the guy. This isn't. He's not. I'm not walking down the aisle with him, right? I'm here for a good time, not a long time, bro. Let me just enjoy myself, dude. Hell yeah, dude. It was a blur, right? We it was a fucking blur. But guess what, bro? I woke up with some bruises. I get up and I'm like, you know what, man? Spit out one of my teeth. I'm like, man, we had some good times, didn't we, Gege? And if he comes back around in a couple of years being like, hey, remember those good times we had, BR? Hell yeah, you want to go have some more good times? Fucking rev up that motorcycle.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love you.
Hey, that's exactly. I love you too, Gege. Thanks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what we doing here?
Like, okay, relax.
It's like not everybody. And
My
yeah,
bad.
my fault, bro. I shouldn't have said that to you. That's crazy.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, man. As for my rating for this chapter, yeah. God, it feels weird to give it a 5. It's like it was like a 4 for me. Because like I felt more negatively than positively, but I understood what he was going for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my heart says 4.
Yeah. If the next Gege work I see motherfuckers discussing the mechanics of the power system in the last 5 chapters, I'm just gonna skip that shit, bro. I'm not gonna read that. It's just gonna make me upset. Wow, the art on these pages is crazy, haha.
Dude, he has a heavenly restriction. Okay, yeah, you rascal.
It's like, yeah, bro, I know what I'm about. I know who I am. I know what I am, and I know what Gege is. And like, if he ever stops hitting me, great. Am I ever gonna say? And like, obviously, I don't think it's as much as like the problem is, but like, if he keeps hitting me, I'm like, yeah, dude, I expected him to keep hitting me. Oh, maybe I'm learning to like it, bro. Not gonna lie. Shit. Like honestly, it's like, hold on, bro, do it again. That one felt kind of different.
That's my bad. Yeah, my guard wasn't up.
Yeah.
I honestly, bro, I just let you do that.
Nah, Gege, hit me in the ribs real quick. Let me see some, bro. Let me see that. Nah, bro. It's like, yeah, come on. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stream, man. Good stream. W discussion. Look at us.
Yeah. We can do it if we try.
Yeah, dude. I think 2 block flashes. Blue lock and discussion into JJK was fucking solid. Gotta say, one of our better ones.
Yes, sir.
What were you saying?
I was just gonna say, like, got you, bro. It's one of the last ones.
Yeah. Oh God, don't. We're not ending the pod, bro.
Yeah, I
Like,
know, but it's one of the
you
last.
remember
I
that,
mean,
right?
it's one of the last ones. Like, one of the last modular discussions, bro. I mean, for sure, and definitely. I
Mhm.
mean, definitely one of the last modular ones, and like, generally speaking, you know what I mean? You feel me?
Mhm.
Hold on, just the dogma
Uh,
used 100 bits. Thank you for the 100 bits. Just the dogma. They saying Naobito beats Yuta on Twitter. I need y'all to know this randomly. They are fucking dumb, and they know that. They get that though.
um,
Don't bro. By the
I,
way, don't disagree with me.
no, it's not that. It's
Okay.
why is Yuta running a reverse gauntlet?
Naobito the fastest, bro. Naobito the fastest, bro. He just blitzes Yuta to oblivion.
Oh fuck, dude, that's good agenda. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This podcast has been great. I'll miss you, Creams.
Why'd you get an accent, bro? This podcast.
I did podcast.
This podcast.
I've been British the whole time.
Oh fuck.
I thought you didn't. I thought you needed to know.
I won't
Um,
miss you.
thanks. I understood the first time.
Oh
Oh wait, that's
shit.
Hansel. Hansel. Jesus.
Dude, I think she's been saying this for like 3 months, bro.
I just usually blow her off. I don't.
You will. Oh yeah, I bet you
Stop.
do. I bet
Stop.
you do.
Stop.
I bet
Stop.
you do.
Stop.
I bet you
Stop.
do. I bet you do. I bet you do. Nah, you sly dog. Let's see.
Hit you. You were magnificent, honored ones. I shall never forget you for as long as I live. Fuck, dude, they're gonna call us on like slash erd ones, bro. Fuck.
Dude, I fucking hate when you nickname farm, bro. That should be pissing me off, man. Bro, they're totally gonna call us this, dude. They're not calling us shit, man. Stop. Stop it.
It's a win-win for me. Either they do it and it picks up steam, or you do that shit and it's funny as hell either way.
Dude, they're totally gonna call us the dishonored ones, bro. Shut the fuck up, man. No, they're not gonna do that.
Rebrand into the fallen ones.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Never mind.
I'll miss these combos, but BR will carry the torch. Maybe you can be a special guest. Don't say that. He's gonna get sad. Maybe you can be a special guest. Oh shit.
If I'm good, can I have a cookie too, bro? Fuck.
Fuck no, we're out. Let's see.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. That's a pod. That's a fucking pod.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'd say so. I'm gonna miss the Bible discussions. The sermons were fun. Hell yeah.
So are we. You know, man, are you excited at all for like the next phase? Be honest.
I'm curious. I'll say that. I am like curious. I'm very curious. That's kind of what the feeling is.
Cautiously so.
No, unconscious. Like I'm not, because it's not like excitement. Like, dude, they're all gonna love it. I can't wait. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's more like, dude, it's dead. Like and this is, sorry to invoke, Big K, but it's Kenjaku curiosity, bro. It's like, God, I can't wait to see what the fuck this looks like.
There's two of us. I'm nervous as hell, dude. Because, like, okay, you know me. I'm gonna lose like half my best friends in a couple of weeks, dude. Like,
Dude, someone tries crazy. Cream's demotion to chatter. We will be there. Fuck. Yo, Creams, thank you for the 5. Oh, fuck, dude.
oh,
BR and that one guy. Dude. Fuck.
Bjorn. Fuck, what was his name again?
Oh, shit. Yeah, chat.
Oh.
In case those are... Damn, I shouldn't have my eyes. I was just told not to do that. Let's see. In case y'all aren't aware, it's going to be book club. And we'll probably bring back the media rewinds more consistently again. So you guys can look forward to that. We'll be picking up some steam with that. After Cream has finished the Sekiro in a couple of months, we'll also get back to doing the gaming book clubs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You remember that guy with the Rick and Morty notebook?
That can't be my legacy. Can't be like the Szechuan sauce guy.
It can be your legacy, bro. It very much can.
Dude, the only rule for this new book club is you're not allowed to recommend Eden Zero for at least 3 of them.
No one was recommending Eden Zero, bro. I'll say, because what we do 4, right?
No.
We pick 2, they pick 2. Is that, do you think we pick one, like 1 each, they pick 2, poll it?
Yeah, it's not a bad system. I think that's how we got to Nana.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me
For Shoujo week, Shoujo month, whatever.
Type. Yeah, no, I think because I think there's some ones like Witch Hat Atelier is one I've kind of like. I feel like it is almost that time. Ichi the Witch is probably like another one. There are some good ones that we can get into for sure.
There's ones there's some ones that I think are probably been on our list, like on our pinned from like way back. Let me just see if we have that briefly. Oh yeah. We have it. We have it pinned.
Right.
We added Apothecary Diaries, Delicious in Dungeon. What do you think about like doing movies and stuff? Which we could still do. Like honestly, there's gonna be there's a case to be made that we could do multiple different like book clubs, man.
Yeah. Fate Stay
Might be
Night
fun.
for sure.
Fate series, huh?
Yo, bro. By the way, one of your best friends.
Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, that's Demon. Holy shit, I'm so sorry. Oh. Thanks for the recommendation.
Holy shit, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Oh, man. Case to be made, I'd hope to God, man. The pod's going to be 30 minutes if you just do one.
By the way, how are you feeling, bro? You asked me if I'm excited. How you feeling?
Nervous, excited, hopefully, like... Because here's the thing, right? Like, worst case scenario, you and I just get into some, like, good art that's, like, new. And it's just, like, some fun shit to talk about. You know, I can't lie and say the drawbacks won't, like, fuck with me. I'm trying my best to mitigate that ahead of time, so I think at the very least, like, I got a falling blossom emotion level of defense right now.
That's good.
Yeah, hopefully their things are like direct physical attacks. Fuck.
Case to be made. I hope you go. Yeah, the 30-minute one. The reason I read that one again is because Hansel, how cute of you. I thought you were gonna leave as soon as we were done talking about weekly chapters. Why would you care if they're only 30 minutes? You silly goose. You're still gonna be pulling up, aren't you, for your boy toy force mate guy? I get it. Nah.
Falling blossom emotion for mental damage. Oh Lord, you're cooked. Only my best friend would know that.
I was lying, duh. Yeah, you're just like Creams in that way. Y'all taking comic recommendations? Sure.
Yeah, why not?
You know, Creams be taking anything.
Real quick, there is I've been thinking we've read a lot for this pod, you and me, right? In fact, I haven't actually updated my top 10 manga in like a year and a half. So I think my top 10 looks way different now, because you always joke about like Black Clover being in my top 10 from like the early days.
Maximum episode. Yeah.
And it just I was thinking about it a couple of days ago, and I just remembered. I actually don't know what my top 10 even looks like anymore. Like it's
Black Clover's still in there.
No, it's not. But I appreciate you making that joke. You know, it's good material. I don't like it's totally different metrics, totally different person, totally different experience. Thanks, man.
No, that's not that. I'm just reading chat. They're funny. Don't.
You know what's funny? It's also changed for you, as far as I remember. Like you didn't have Vagabond on there, you know, pre-book club, because you didn't read it. You hadn't read it yet. Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to get at, right? Like I don't know. Do you keep like a running update for your top 10?
Fuck no. Yeah, running updated like an updated top 10. Nah,
Just internally.
there's like a vague sense. Like probably could like I know what the like maybe not in order, but I know like I probably know what the 10 are if you give me like 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Because it's like I mean ones that are shoe-ins, right? It's like Vagabond's in there, Haikyuu's in there, Naruto's in there, Tokugo's in there, Blue Lock's in there.
I like
Probably.
Naruto, big one.
Yeah, I don't know if you really read that, but yeah. Um, Mob
I did.
Psycho's in
I got my
there.
certification.
Um, Vinland would be in there. Ippo would probably be in there. Did I say Mob already? I don't know. If I didn't say Mob, that's
You
8.
did,
If I
yeah.
did, it's like 9. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah, because like Naruto, like now that I've read all like the big three officially, um, some shit just like looks fundamentally different, and
A motherfucker that thought One
uh,
Piece was the best of them now has it at the bottom of the 3, right?
I kind of do, yeah. And that like unironically, for me the toss up is like whether or not Bleach and Naruto like where they go relative to each other because I literally can't choose. Creams, you have updated it. You shared it during the Topsters After Dark. I can share it with you. You know what? First of all, appreciate it. 2, that's best friend behavior right there. 3, I will literally do anything to keep you. Like, please, you're like an essential organ. I know I sound desperate, and I am. Thank you, Demon.
Guy who
4, yes, I'd love if
guy
you
who
said
didn't want
that.
to get into Fate, by the way.
I was talking out of line, and I said sorry.
Let's see.
We squashed it.
I'm not sitting here watching them slowly go through early Archie Sonic. You want us to read Sonic comics? Man.
You know, I think the most I'd really do like the IDW Ninja Turtles. Of like the last Ronin.
That'll move them. Yeah, but I've read that before.
Oh, you like the entire run?
I don't know, like the collection for the last Ronin. I don't know if that has the entire
Yeah.
run in it though. I'll be here till the last episode, so probably till September.
What are you giving to keep me creams? I don't know why I read your chat. You know what, Draco? No, you're. I'm trying to think if like I really want to do this. Hold on.
Well, that's
Sorry.
good, bro. You're thinking.
Like, yeah. Wow. I'll get back to you, Draco.
Damn.
I got to do some soul searching. Please fill me up, cream. Okay, self-control. I don't have to read every chat in front of me. Starting now. Okay. Check DMs. Let's see.
I'm feeling empty, is what Hansel said.
Why are you reading them now?
Because you said you wouldn't read them.
Yeah. You did not respect my wishes or my decision. Preach.
Well, yeah, I'm not forcing you to read them. I didn't like mind control you. I'm just saying I'll read them. Well, I guess I won't say anything until you make me an offer. Damn. Is it all Black Clover?
It's all Black Clover.
Yeah.
She said it to you too.
No, I just knew that would probably be the bit because demons is real like that.
Yeah, all right, dude. That was funny. That's good. That's good.
I need all
rascal.
3.5 inches of your member.
Ew.
Is that never mind. Bro, going extreme diff with a male nip, let alone 3.5 inches.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
So if you weren't literally my best friend, I don't know.
Hans is pumping up Creams' number. They're saying 3.5 is gas, bro. They're saying that's upscale. Oh nah, man. Nah.
Oh fuck.
They're actually saying she put some sauce on that. That's fucking gross, man.
No way we're using the metric system.
Wow. Dude, that's just
Cream's packing a Vienna sausage is nuts, man.
Dude, this is crazy.
Holy
also, I think I
fuck.
just saw an ass Sakamoto Days volume cover, and that should just piss me all the way off, bro.
Is it the new one or?
Yeah, volume 26 apparently.
Can I see?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
God, I can't believe that's the last image you sent me, bro. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's spiky beard.
Oh, this is like lame.
Right.
It's not like bad. It's just lame.
Let me see, chat. Let me pull it up for y'all real quick.
Bro got the novel upscale.
Nah, that's crazy. This is what it looks like, chat.
No, dude, you gotta book stats.
Who are these? Excellent question. These are the these are those like these are the kids, the assassins from like the sticks. You can stack a Cheeto ring though.
They don't even come in rings.
But you do. Ayo. Ha ha ha.
I knew it was happening. Could have saved it. Didn't. Whatever. That's on me.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. Dude.
Yeah, man. Is that a pun?
Yeah.
What was
that? That big for me. What the hell?
Thanks, man.
No problem, man. No, man, no.
Oh,
No.
I'm not gonna read that, man.
No, dude, that's crazy. No, but read it. No, but read it.
No, man. No way, man.
Read it, bro. You've read worse, but read it.
No. So have you.
Yeah, no, so read it, bro. It's for you.
You can read too.
No, bro, it's for you. Read it.
He's going extreme diff with a worm.
Oh, man. Yeah, wow. Jesus Christ.
Imagine if one of the last JJK volume covers was like Eno.
Fuck. But yeah. In any case, chat, we appreciate you. Appreciate you for pulling up. Some good discussions today. Modulus coming to a close. Good bits, right? So yeah, no, we appreciate it. And we will see you guys next Sunday for all the members. We will see y'all. No, we won't see y'all Thursday, right?
Tentatively, check the community tab post. It'll be updated.
We're gonna update that. That's what we're putting in stone. We're gonna update that though, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we usually do. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Cool. You look like you're craving chocolate, honey. Yeah.
Didn't have to read that.
I know.
Could have ended stream. Didn't have to read that. Could have left that unsaid.
It's for you, bro. It's for you. That's so crazy.
So was the other one you weren't willing to read that? Draw the line somewhere.
That was crazy. Notice how quickly Queens wanted to end. He's ready for you, Hansel. Bet. All right, cool. Hey, damn, bro. Ring. Thursday's my birthday. You better. He fucking hates you. Well, he's about to show you how much. Anyways, appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.